Hey Soul Tribe, and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look into figuring out who is crushing on you. Who is crushing on you, my beautiful viewer? What is the story there? Before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Ethereal Journeys Tarot deck. And along with the Ethereal Journeys Tarot deck comes the clear colored crystal heart. Pile 2 is from the Spirit of Life Tarot deck. And the object associated with pile 2 is the aqua colored crystal heart. Pile 3 is from the Starlight Tarot deck. And the object associated with pile 3 is the yellow colored crystal heart. Pile 4 is from the StarSpinner Tarot deck. And the object associated with pile 4 is the pink crystal heart. Go with your intuition on this one. Whichever you feel the most attracted to, that's your pile. You may be attracted to Spirit of Life Tarot and the pink crystal. So both of those piles will be yours. If you're still undecided or would like to choose an additional pile, let me go ahead and add those astrological or zodiac signs. Pile 1 is for Aquarius, Gemini, and Capricorn. Pile 2 is for Libra, Pisces, and Taurus. Pile 3 is for Leo, Aries, and Cancer. Pile 4 is for Scorpio, Virgo, cool, and Sagittarius. Alright, feel free to pause the video if you have to, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your chosen reading or readings. Welcome to reading pile 1. Okay, so maybe you chose a clear crystal heart, or you may have chosen the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, or you may have chosen Aquarius, Gemini, and Capricorn. So, who is crushing on you? I feel like the person who's crushing on you is peaceful, very peaceful person. Has very good intentions towards you. They are kind. This person's very kind, and they are all about healing and maybe very protective type of person, maybe protective of you. Someone maybe who's been protective towards you, someone who has brought you peace and healing, that kind of thing. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what is coming through for you. We got the moon. Okay. So I feel like the person who is crushing on you is hidden from you. They may be scared to make themselves known. They may have fears around making themselves known to you. They may like to be or stay mysterious. I feel like this person may like to pretend that they're not into you when they really are. They like to put up the illusion that they're just someone over there or someone who has nothing to do with you. But in reality, they are crushing on you hardcore. And that's what I'm getting. We have the 6 of Wands. I feel like this person may be someone who's helped you out or been a hero that saved your day at one point. This person who is crushing on you may view you as someone who has a great reputation. They may also have a great reputation. I feel like I feel like what it is that they're very visible. You have seen them. They come around. They may have even visited you, but they have not made their feelings known. Okay? They may visit you regularly or be seen around you or have made appearances or have helped you out or have been talked about by people around you, but they are not letting it be known that they have a crush on you. Okay? They are not. We have the 3 of Cups. So, my beautiful pile 1, I feel like this is someone you've partied with. This could be a friend. I feel like this person may have helped you out during a time when you were dealing with something weird. Okay, something weird was going on, and they came through and helped you out. They saved the day, and things came to a positive conclusion on this matter. Okay, so I do feel like they're one of your friends, or that they like to party with you, someone you've seen at the club somewhere, someone who's seen you partying with your friends. Yeah, this is someone who's crushing on you right now. We have the Tower. Okay, so I think you'll be shocked to know who this is. You'd be shocked. You'd be like, what? You'd be shocked to know who it is exactly is crushing on you. You would find it shocking. I'm also getting like, when this person first saw you partying with your friends, they were blown away, Pawan. Blown away by how beautiful you were, how fun you were being, how, strong and powerful you were, how full of life you were, shocked. They were blown away. You disrupted in their mind what they thought about maybe people who look like you, or maybe they didn't expect to have the feelings that they have for you. They did not at all. And now they're just crushing hardcore. They're crushing hardcore, and it has turned their world upside down, Palwan. So I feel like this person may have had some hard set expectations of their life or of you. Maybe they thought, I'm not the type to crush on others. Or maybe they thought, I think I'm done with love. Or maybe they saw someone like people who look like you, or whatever you look like, Palwan. Maybe they thought, I'm not really into people like that. But they saw you and were shaken to their core by how you blew all their expectations out of the water. And it's like you came in and your energy took control of them, Palwan. And they're kind of shocked by this. The Lovers. Yeah, this person is feeling very attracted to you, Palwan. Mightily attracted. They may have fallen in love with you. They may not. I don't know how well they know you. They may be one of your friends. That's a possibility. But they have fallen in love with you. Now, another message coming through for some of y'all is that this is someone who you are currently with, Pawan. You may be in a relationship with someone at this time, and this is the person who's crushing on you. Okay. Now, if you, an alternative message coming in as well is that maybe you showed up with your lover or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your man or your mate. And this person was shocked to discover that you have a man. Shocked to discover that you have a partner. And this is rocking their world right now. Maybe they thought you were single. Maybe you gave off a single vibe. Something like this. And they're still kind of reeling from the shock of seeing you with someone else. Seeing that you already found the one. Okay, for you. Now, if you are single, I feel like this person is realizing that you are their soulmate. They're realizing that you're the one for them. Maybe they never even thought about getting married, and they're finally considering for the first time in their lives ever, maybe without even maybe spoken to you. Maybe they have spoken to you. Maybe they're your friend. Yeah, this person considers you to be their soulmate. If you're in a relationship, this person is like, you are one I was destined to be with in this lifetime. They feel very certain about it. Okay, they feel very certain about it. You may already be married to this person, and this person views you as a winner, views you as the best available, the best out there for them. Maybe there was a time when they first met you at the beginning where they kept themselves hidden, or they did not want to let you know their true feelings. It's also possible that maybe at the very beginning there was something they were scared of when they met you. You maybe made them afraid. Maybe they felt intimidated or something like this, but ultimately they ended up realizing that you are amazing and you are the best one and you are the one to marry. Maybe y'all got married or y'all got engaged. It was an engagement party or a wedding party or something like this, and this is just, they're shocked and blown away by how much you guys are meant to be with each other. It could be that they're shocked. I'm talking about the person you're in a relationship with, okay? If you're in a relationship with someone, they're shocked because maybe y'all have had some major disruptions. You've gone through some major things together. Maybe events that were outside of your control affected y'all's relationship. It could be that maybe y'all had major disagreements. But still, despite all of this, y'all are still together. This is the person who's crushing on you. We have the Three of Wands, yeah. So, pile 1, the person who's crushing on you let's go back to that single scenario, okay? Like if you're single, the person who's crushing on you is patiently waiting. They're waiting for you to, if they see you're in a relationship, they're waiting to see how your relationship turns out. They're looking. They're like, okay, let me see how that goes. I feel like, or if you're single and you're not in a relationship, this person has taken note of the fact how they feel about you and your presence, and they're like, yeah, I think that I'm supposed to be with pile one. Pile one is the one for me. And they're waiting to see, like, either how you're going to respond, or maybe they're waiting for some of their ships to come in. Maybe they're developing their character, or they're working on their business and they're waiting to get wealthier so that maybe they can make an approach to you from a place of strength, or they're waiting to see, they're gearing up towards talking to you. That's possible. They're waiting to come back around again to the club or wherever they've seen you so they can talk to you again. That's possible. They're waiting. This may be someone that you do business with. That's a possibility. We have the Page of Wands. Yeah, this person is crushing on you. Maybe young. They are someone who does something you consider to be fun. Maybe there's something you like to do for fun, pile one, and they'd like to do this fun thing too. Okay, they may be a playmate or someone like this who hangs out in those types of areas of your life, that aspect of your life. I feel like this is someone who, yeah, it could be in a career. It could be a new career that you're involving yourself in. This is what that person is. And this person who's crushing on you, you may know them and they're a friend that you find to be very exciting. Someone who just gives you that vibe, like, like things are free and, it's just party time. And it's just, I just get like a fun vibe from this person. And I feel like they're waiting around to maybe develop themselves further or develop their business further before they move forward and talk to you. I feel like this is someone who wants to have fun with you too. This person who's crushing on you wants to have some fun with you. They want to share a fun activity they do with you. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards to get more information on who is this person and what is the energies coming through. What is the story here, right, guys? We are getting lover. Okay, so pile one, we are getting confirmation that the person who's crushing on you is someone who's currently your lover. Someone who you're in a current relationship with, like I was picking up on earlier. We got lovers, we got love. Someone you're being currently romantic with, pile one. Someone who maybe you've possibly had a baby with or had kids with. Okay, the Three of Cups appearing. I feel like this person is your soulmate. They're the person that they're like, we're meant to be together. We're here. There's been too much that has happened that has made it very clear to this person that you are the one for them. There's a strong chemistry between the two of you. It's a strong chemistry. That's what I'm getting. And it's existed despite there being like shady moments. Despite there being moments where it was like, are we sure that we're supposed to be together? I'm not sure. Despite that, it's like you come back to this feeling. Now, if you're single, I feel like this person is feeling very romantic towards you. They're feeling very drawn in to you, pile one. They want to be your lover. They want to have a romantic relationship with you of some sort. They want to tango with you. They want to go dancing with you. This could have been someone that you danced with. Okay, this could be someone that you're having a whirlwind romantic affair with right now. Okay, this is the person who's crushing on you. All right, let's move on to the next. We have courage, hero. Exactly. So I feel like this person's pretty brave. This person may have been a hero of yours, someone who's come in and saved the day at one point. And that's what I was picking up on with the Six of Wands. They come in and save the day. Perhaps, life maybe was hard for you at one point, and they came in and helped you out. Okay, or maybe you were struggling when it came to a certain aspect, and you may have forgotten, or you're not fully aware of it. But they have come in and helped you out in some type of way. Maybe you didn't even realize it. Okay, this person is a hero. I feel like they are your hero. And they really try to, you ever get that whole stereotype with men where it's like, with women, they want to listen to you and listen to your feelings, and they want to give you space to vent. Women are good about that. But men are about, okay, so you told me your problems. Now let's fix it. You said this was happening, that was happening, let me go fix it. And they just want to go fix it. You know, maybe you might find it a little frustrating that they just sit down and hear you vent at first, and they just want to go fix it in a hurry. But that's the energy that's coming in with your crush, with the person who's crushing on you, pile 1. This person is very strong, and they're powerful. They're very capable. They get a lot of things done, and they've gotten a lot of things right in the past. Okay, they've gotten a lot of things right. They're like an archer. I mean, symbolically, they are a skilled archer. They know how to, if there's a problem or goal, they just pull back that arrow in the bow, and they get right on the bull's eye. They hit it right on the bull's eye, pile 1. This person's highly skilled, and they may work out and have a lot of good sized muscles. They may be in very good shape, like abs, you know, like they've definitely cultivated their muscles. So they don't have to be like super lean, but they're strong. They're physically strong, or they're very capable as well. Next, we're getting the demigod. Oh my gosh, guys, muscles. So the person who's crushing on you, pile 1, is muscular. It's either they're either very muscular or they're very toned. They're very physically, they may be athletic, or they work out regularly. Okay. This person may be descended from a certain heritage, pile 1, maybe a heritage of warriors, something like this. They may or may not be aware of it. So they have a very strong mindset. You know, they're the type, they're very disciplined. They get up early, they do what they have to do, they swallow that frog. You know what I mean? When I say swallow that frog, meaning they do the hard thing. They do the hard things, pile 1, and they have repeatedly done it. I feel like this person tries to keep a good looking body for themselves and for you. You may have had a kid with this person, and the kid looks a lot like the person who's crushing on you. I'm also getting that this person, they may have longish hair. It's possible. They may have dreadlocks, or their hair may be a little bit long, or maybe it was long at one point in time, around the time that you met them. Maybe they've gone back and forth between short and long. That's a possibility. They may be wearing their hair short as well, though. It's not a must. It's just, this is a strong energy coming in for some of y'all. This person has abs. They're ripped. They're ripped to shreds. They could be ripped to shreds, or very physically strong. And this was something you were looking for, pile 1. Maybe you were looking for someone who looks very good, very buff, nice strong shoulders, you know, nice strong pecs, someone who can lift, someone who can do things, someone vigorous, someone athletic. And I feel like you will score on this with this person. If you're single and you don't know who they are, this is someone who's buff. Okay, pile 1. Someone who looks like a hunk. Okay, they're a hunk. They're a hottie. Okay, so we got Buddha. Okay, wow, very interesting energy, pile 1. I feel like this person, though they are very aesthetically pleasing, or they are very athletic, or they, you know, they're grounded in the physical. Okay, they are. Okay, they work out, or they have accomplished things on the physical. They're not a layabout. They're not a lazy person by any stretch of the imagination. Or maybe they've just gone out, they saw, they conquered, they brought home things. They may be very accomplished in their field, in their career. They are also very spiritual. Okay, this person's also very spiritual. And this may have shocked you about them. You may have been like, wait, so you're a buff hunk, or a model, or male model, and you're this good looking and you meditate? Very interesting mix of energies, right? So I'm getting like martial arts vibes. Like this person might be into martial arts. So they, you know, like, you know how some of the martial arts, it's about meditating, and, you know, it's about fighting and defensiveness, knowing how to defend yourself, but also about knowing how to connect with the universe within, knowing how to calm yourself and being in control in that way as well. You're getting like Tai Chi, Kung Fu vibes. Yeah, so I feel like the fact that this person is spiritual may have shocked you. Next, we're getting forgiveness. Again, we're getting more of the spiritual vibe. Now it looks like they're praying. So, pile 1, I feel like this person who's crushing on you, maybe you've been with them before. It's possible that you've been in a relationship with this person before, tangled with them. They did wrong by you at one point. They did. Perhaps they didn't take action when they should have. It's possible. Or maybe they were very, very like intense, and you all ended up fighting a lot. And they needed to figure out a way to calm their energies down, and they figured out how. But you guys went through this phase, okay, where, and this is for those of you who are in a relationship where they were too raucous for you and they didn't manage their emotions well enough, and they have repented, healed of those patterns, repented, maybe even asked for your forgiveness, to say, listen, I'm sorry about how crazy that got. I'm sorry for the role I played in how crazy that got. And they've learned to calm themselves down. Some of you, they may have even found Jesus. They may have even found like a deep spirituality, a deep faith that they have grounded themselves in, and said, you know what, I need to clean up my soul. I need to clean up my energies and present a better version of myself to Power One. So this may be the way they have sought forgiveness, is by getting spiritual, getting right within. Okay, they realized that in you they were dealing with a divine feminine, someone who will not be easy to replace, and so they've asked for your forgiveness, so they've changed their ways in some sort of substantial type of way, and this is the person who's crushing on you. So next we're getting the praying hands. Oh my gosh, the philosopher. There's a lot of synchronicity here, guys. The cards are very coherent and consistent. So pile 1, the person who is crushing on you is someone who spirituality is on their mind 24/7. They're very spiritual. They're very philosophical. They may be into quantum mechanics, or they wonder about the nature of reality, and they're very deep, very contemplative. They question everything. And they may ask you too many questions. That's possible too. You may find them annoying because of how many questions they ask. Maybe this is part of what got you all into trouble in the past, is they're maybe too meddly with the way they think about things. Okay, they want to know too much. They want to get into everything, and it was just too much. But on the flip side, on the good side, I feel like the person crushing on you is, if you're in a relationship with them, they are someone who thinks before they do things. They're very deep. They're not a surfacey person that you just say, let's do this, and they're like, okay, whatever. They don't think about things and all that. That's not them. They don't go too deep. They don't want to look at the details. That's not them. They don't want to be concerned with the details. That's not them. They are concerned with the details. They're very purposeful. They are well thought out. They're very involved. Okay, you will know them by these traits. And you also know them by the fact that when they're moving about in the world, they're not just looking at things in a very surface-like manner. They're going deep. They're considering the factors that lie within things. How did that get there? Why are we here? And it could be as basic as noticing, for instance, if y'all get a delivery, that the driver was dressed in a very disheveled manner, or they notice details. Okay, they notice details, and they can put things together almost in a psychic manner. But what it is that they're just very detail oriented, and they pay attention to the details. That's coming through for some of y'all, on the person who's crushing on you. I feel like this person, they've been patient. They've waited for you in this connection. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like this person is someone who has thought a lot about you, Power One. They've thought a lot about you. They have thought a lot about how to approach you. If you are the one they should be talking to, they know you, they know it. They know that you're the one they should be talking to, because they think about you all the time. They think about you all the time. Even when they're in the bathroom, Power One, they think about you. Okay, even when they're using the toilet, they think about you. And they've been thinking a lot while they're waiting for you to return. Maybe they see you come and go. Okay, while they're waiting for you to return, they've thought, should I approach Power One? What should I say to Power One the next time I meet Power One? How should I approach Power One? How should I make myself known? Remember, I said that they may be hidden, or they like to play it mysterious, or they like to play it coy, or act like they're not into you, but they really are crushing on you hardcore. Next, we're getting supplementing. Okay, this person may be into supplements because they work out. Maybe this is part of what they do. Maybe they take creatine and whey protein and all this stuff. I'm also getting filling in the missing emotions elsewhere that they are not receiving at home. Okay, so pile 1. I feel like this person, they're into you, they're crushing on you, but I feel like in order to make up for not having acted on their crush on you, not having made a move towards you, they try to get into other activities. They try to fill their mind and their heart with hobbies and things they like doing. Maybe this is something that you like to do also, and they just focus on that. But in the back of their minds, they're like, oh my gosh, how do I get it with Power One? I can't stop thinking about Power One. I want to be with Power One. Next, we're getting falling in love. Yeah, so pile 1, this person could be your current lover. If you have a lover right now, someone who's currently with you, they are crushing on you hardcore. You are their crush, pile 1. You are their crush. Straight up. They feel so lucky to have you, pile 1. Okay, if you're in a relationship, then the person you're in a relationship with is the person who is crushing on you, and they feel glad, they lucked out, they feel like I chose the one I wanted to be with, period. Okay, I ended up being with the person I wanted to be with, period. They didn't get to make excuses. They didn't get to be like, oh, that's the one who got away, or all of that. They made moves when it was time to make moves, and they got you, pile 1. Now, if you're single, pile 1, I feel like I said earlier, this person's falling in love with you. It could be also that you're in a relationship and this is another person on the side as well who's crushing on you, who's watching you in your relationship, and who's falling in love with you regardless. Okay, that's another message coming through. I still remember every detail of your face, and look how they're holding the face here in their hands. So this person, they saw you and they're just smitten by your look. Smitten, pile 1, by your look. They can't get you out of their head. And in some regards, they're like, I'm going to do whatever I can to get pile 1. I'm going to aim for pile 1. They've put it in their minds that they're going to aim for you. They're going to try to get you. And their intentions are pure, pile 1. I don't feel like they want to get with you just to bang you, okay? They want to get with you because they feel like you're the one. They feel like y'all are destined to be together. They feel like I'm obsessed with pile 1, so there must be a reason greater than just boinking, right? I want to be pile 1's lover. I want to be with pile 1 I want to even better and improve myself for pile 1. I want to figure out, I want to strategize how to get with pile 1. I want to be a better version of myself for pile 1. I mean, it's insane, okay? And I feel like if you are in a relationship, then your person who's with you they're obsessed with you, pile 1. Your current lover is crushing on you and is obsessed with the way you look. They think of your face. They think of the way you look. They're happy to have your face in their lives. They're happy to have your body in their lives. They're happy to have your energy in their lives. Okay? We got, in my ideal world, we are so happy together forever. You see? So your crush, pile 1, whether you're with them in a relationship right now or not, they fantasize that you're the one. They're like, no. Even when they think of their paradise world, right? We all have our paradise version of our lives where we're richer, or we're taller, or we're skinnier, or we have this, or we have that, or our relationship is perfect. Even in that world, pile 1, you are the one that they choose. They're crushing on you hardcore. They're like, that's the person I want to have with me in my perfect world. Okay. So I also feel like this person, if they're just crushing on you from afar, like we've seen before, then they are fantasizing about you being in their life. They're fantasizing about you. They want you in their life. They may even fantasize about marrying you, pile 1. And they fantasize about being if maybe they're a bit chubby, it's possible, or they're not, their looks are not ideal, and in this ideal fantasy they have worked out, their body looks good, their hair looks fantastic, and they've got you, and they're going off or away with you into their fantasy world, and they're marrying you, or they're having good times with you, or partying with you, or something like this. Okay, if in some of y'all's world, they may even be fantasizing a threesome. That's just for a few of you. They may be fantasizing a threesome, you being part of it. Okay, I cry at night. Yeah, this is for those of you who this person is not with you. This person is sad that y'all are not together, pile 1. They're sad. I think that this person may be sad because they're lonely and they really want to be with you. I feel like they may also be sad because it's possible that they discover, this person crushing on you from afar, that you have a chosen one already, that you have a relationship, and they feel lonely. They feel like maybe there's a part of them, when they met you, they saw you, they singled you out. They're like, oh my gosh, that's her, that's him. but then their earth was shattered when they saw that you were with someone else, and this has made them withdraw into their shell and go into like a melancholy, somber mood, okay? Because they really felt very convinced that y'all were supposed to be together. They felt convinced that they were going to be making a move, that you were the one. But if you're in a relationship, pile one, this person has spotted you and is like, oh my gosh, what a loss, what a freaking loss. Because they can't imagine, they hadn't seen anyone like you. They hadn't felt what they felt with you with anyone else. They felt like, they had that love at first sight kind of feeling with you, or they had that feeling, like maybe they're one of your friends. All of a sudden they realized that, that it was you, that you're the one. And, after spending time with you, after helping you out, after you arrived, after they saw you, after they saw your reputation, after they saw your successes, all of this. But then they were too slow to make their move towards you, right? And then you found someone else. You connected with someone, and they had to sit back and watch you be taken up by someone else. And this has maybe made them very sad and melancholy, and they think about it, and they think maybe about that missed opportunity. That's very possible for some of you all, okay? I'm also getting that if you are single, then this person is sad because there's something shocking they've discovered about you. Maybe they've discovered that there's something you love to do. Maybe they're shocked because of the timing. Maybe they're very into their spirituality, and they're realizing that you're the one, or you're very special, but they can't make any moves towards you right now because they're in a state of detox. Maybe they've gone through something and they're still traumatized and processing something, and they're realizing that they need to step it up. They need to step it up, right? And maybe they're a little sad about this. I feel like this person, maybe they missed their chance with you. It's possible this person crushing on you, maybe they missed their chance with you, and they realized that you're flirting with people. Someone started flirting with you, someone started talking to you, and they feel a sense of loss about this. That's possible. I feel like if this person, you're in a relationship with them, what it is that they are realizing that part of why you all had such a hard time in the relationship is because they weren't very good. There was something they were not good at. There was something they sucked at. And they're realizing that they brought you a lot of stress and chaos, and they want to upgrade themselves. So they are currently in the process of doing this, pile one. And they're working on being better so that they can be less of these disruptions, or maybe even fights, or less trauma, less chaos, okay? Next, we're getting, I don't want to give you hope and promise something I can't deliver. So for some of y'all, if you are single, pile one, and this person has not shown their face, okay? They've not shown their face to you. You don't know who they are. I feel like this person, they're very cautious, pile one. They're very cautious. They're not sure that they are what you want. They're not sure. They are scared. They are concerned. And they thought long and hard about how to approach you, what to say to you. They may be used to being single. They may be used to taking their time. They definitely feel very powerfully attracted to you, but they're concerned about failure. This person fears failure, and this is part of what's holding them back on coming forward and saying something to you, and telling you how they feel, because they don't want to disappoint you, maybe based on the way they look, or they don't want to disappoint you based on the way they act. They're saying, okay, well, they're telling themselves, well, I feel very strongly about pile one, but what does that even mean? I mean, I don't know that I can give them everything that they're looking for. I don't want to show up and be like, oh my gosh, I'm the one who's crushing on you. I'm the one who's really into you. And pile one take a good look at me and be like, okay, womp womp, or, they just don't want this like, womp womp moment with you. They're really scared of that, and they don't want to show up and be less than what you desire, or mishandle the situation. Okay? They don't want to be that guy. They don't want to be that girl. Okay? Okay, so let's take a look then. We have twins. Yeah, this person's torn, pile one. They go back and forth in their minds. They may be a literal twin. Maybe this is how you will know them. They may be a twin. Maybe you have twins in your social circles. One of them is crushing on you. But I'm also getting, pile one, that this person is of two minds. Yeah, we got that, two minds here again, right? they go back and forth. First they're really in one moment they're really into you, they dwell on you a lot, they're obsessed with you, they're like, there is obviously something there, I'm really into Pile 1. But then the next they make it flip, and then they're thinking about their career, or they're realizing, you know what, I need to focus on my career, I need to be focused on my passion. They may have a talent or a skill, something that they're very passionate about, or side business or something like this, and they're like, no, I need to focus on that. That's what I really need to do. I need to work on myself. I need to bring, for some of y'all, this person who's crushing on you is like, I need to work on who I am and come at Pile 1 from a place of strength. They're already strong, Pile 1. They're already strong, but this person they have a high achiever mentality, okay? And they want to be like the best. They want to like hit the ball out of the park with you, okay? And or that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. They may be a perfectionist, Pile 1. I also feel like this person that is crushing on you, if you're in a relationship with them, they may have, I don't want to say like a Jekyll and Hyde personality, but they may have moments where they're really into you. They're just all about you. They're crazy for you. But then they'll switch off. They'll have times when they really focus on their job or really focus on their career, and they're not really much about you, and they're really obsessed with something else, or obsessed with, I don't want to say someone else, maybe someone else, but they are definitely crushing on you, Pile 1, okay? All right, let's move on to the next card. We got the elf. Oh my gosh, look, bow and arrows, right? Bow and arrows. Look at this. What? There is a message there, Pile 1. So this person is very driven, and what they want, they get, usually, Pile 1. They are gunning for you, Pile 1. The person who's crushing on you really wants you, okay? The person who's crushing on you may be a Sagittarian, okay? They are very focused on you, and they are focusing everything they have on you. They're focusing. So if you're in a relationship with this person, for them, it's you. You are the one. Whatever romantic energy they have, it's all targeted at you. They're not targeted at nobody else, okay, Pile 1? They don't want anybody else. It is all about you, Pile 1, okay? Now, if they are not with you, maybe you're single still, okay, Pile 1? This person is all about you. They're ready to go into battle over you. They are, I'm getting like a Cupid's bow. Cupid's arrows. The Cupid's arrows has like stuck them so many times over you, Pile 1. They fall in love with you time and time and time again. I feel like this person is fixated on you, Pile 1. It's clear to them that you are the one. You are their divine feminine, Pile 1, or their divine counterpart. This person may be a warrior. Maybe I got like a martial arts vibe before. This person may be a soldier. They may be in the military. They may be a physical fighter of some kind. They may also be a hunter. This person may like to go hunting, like literally in the forests. And they may be into like that, sort of like, they may be like a tough male archetype, very rough and tumble. They like to go out in nature. They may like hiking. They may like survivalism. They may be into survivalism, something like this. This person is very brave, very strong, very powerful, Pile 1. It's interesting, in the realm of Zen Buddhism, that was another thought I had, is there's a focus on the unity of the archer, the bow, and the arrow, which emphasizes effortless action, okay? Or like a beginner's mind. So I feel like this person is very much into their spirituality. That's a possibility for some of y'all, okay? And they have a warrior's mindset towards their spirituality. They're trying to be like, almost like a monk, but not a monk in the sense that they don't want to have sex or have a woman or have a relationship. No, they're just very serious about their spirituality. It's like they get up, they have a practice that they do. Okay, they have a practice. They're almost militant about their spirituality. If they're a Christian, they get up, they go to church, they wake up in the morning, they have Bible, they have Bible devotion time early in the morning, and then they go to church sometimes in the evenings, and then on Sunday. Or if they're Zen Buddhist, or they are into New Age spirituality or something like this, they do their rituals every day. They do cleansing rituals. They do, like, they're very, very, they meditate. They're very on point with their spirituality. Wow. Pile 1. Okay, let's take a look what else is coming through. We have best friends. This person is really close to you. They may be your friend. When I said something about this could be someone who's in your friend circle, Or so it could be someone you grew up with too. That's a possibility. So yeah, I feel like this person may be your friend, pile 1. You may have a friend right now who is crushing on you hardcore. They may be male, they may be female. You know, we don't get to choose who's crushing on us, right, pile 1? We don't get to choose that. So let's just be open and receptive to the messages that are coming through here. I feel like this person who's crushing on you may be a good listener. You call them regularly, you talk to them about things, you open up, and I feel like this person has tried to save the day or help you out in some type of way. Maybe when it just comes to just listening to you vent, okay? It could be as simple as that. They could be really good about just hearing you out, hearing you talk, that kind of thing, okay? Next, we are getting, this is one of the cards from Studio Ghibli, Porco Rosso. Okay, it's an anime film. So this is a scene where Porco Rosso is portraying his friendship with a red-haired girl called Gina. She's a singer and she runs the Hotel Adriano. She harbors deep feelings for him, though he struggles to reciprocate due to his cursed pig form. So here's the deal, okay, pile 1. I feel like your crush, they're a close friend of yours. I feel like for a lot of you, this person is a close friend of yours. If you're in a relationship with them, then the person you're in a relationship with, if you have a close friendship, you know, like you guys are friends as well as lovers and or boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wife or whatever, or mates or partners, you have a close friendship as well. This person is crushing on you, pile 1. I see a sense of teamwork through all the struggles, okay? And I feel like there's been a lot of growth in this connection. And if you are single, this person is a friend of yours that you've cooperated with or worked along with on something. And you know, it's almost like though this person, they may have a crush on you, but it's possible you don't have a crush on them in return. You don't, because of maybe what you're dealing with in life. Perhaps you're trying to take control of your life. You've had to deal with some very hard things, and so you're not available emotionally for them in that way at this time. That's a possibility. But this person is crushing on you. They've tried to assist you. They've tried to be your friend. They've tried to be your ear, listen to you, and they've bonded with you on a few things here or there, or maybe a lot of things. I don't know. You may have traveled together at some point with this person. Interesting. Okay. Next, we're getting an open mind and the willingness to entertain new ideas, repel stagnancy and lack of growth. Yeah, so this person has grown in the time that you have known them. Yeah, they've grown. So the person who's crushing on you is someone who has not remained stagnant. They've done self-assessments. They have upgraded themselves. They have worked on themselves. They have grown in their spirituality. They've stepped it up, maybe in their career or how they treat you or something like this. Okay, there has been growth. Their minds have opened, and you know, this person has matured too. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Next, we are getting hamster wheel, daily hustle, surviving. Yeah, this person's career. They've been focused on their career too. That's what I'm getting. This person has focused a lot on their career, pile 1. They've focused a lot on their career. It's very important to them, and I feel like this is part of how they want to feel. They want to feel worthy of you, or you know. Or remember, I said that they focus on you and then they focus on their career. So this person is about their career. They're a career person. Or there's something that they're trying to accomplish in life, and they're about that thing. They stay on it. They're very focused. They're always working at this thing. You may know them at work. The person who's crushing you may be at your job, and you see them about working on their career and stuff like that. They may be friends with you at work, and they're crushing on you. Okay. We have mountain. This person has overcome a mountain. They have a lot to do. They're very busy. They've had a challenge. Perhaps your connection with this person has been challenging. That's a possibility. Okay. There's been some difficulty this person has had to deal with, or maybe you found this person to be difficult to deal with at times, or maybe you are aware that there's something that they're trying to accomplish that's very big, very, very hard to do, and they're doing it. Okay. Or they've done it. We have global warming. Yeah, things have changed with this person for sure. They have grown. They have evolved. This person is the opposite of stagnant. They're the opposite of stagnant, pile 1. You've watched a progression with them where things have evolved, you know, for the way some people see it for the better, the way other people see it for the worse. But there has been change for sure. And lastly, we're getting ghost. Okay, so for some of y'all, pile 1, I feel like this person, if you're single, maybe you don't even know who this person is. I feel like this person has tried to stay out of the way. They've tried to be mysterious. It's possible that this is someone that maybe you had planned to hang out with, or maybe you've gotten to know them some, but there have been times when they didn't show, or they canceled, or they didn't show up. They just, disappeared on you. Or maybe you were getting to know them for a time, but then they left and they stopped talking to you. Maybe because you let them know that you have met someone, or that you're in a relationship or something like this. And the way they processed it and the way they acted out was to simply stop talking to you. They didn't like knowing that you had someone else in your life. This was a loss for them. This was a loss. They mourned it. They mourned it. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 1, as far as who is crushing on you. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. I'd love to chat. Take care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to Reading Pile 2. Today we're going to be taking a look into who is crushing on you. You've chosen the aqua blue colored crystal heart. You may or may not have chosen Libra, Pisces, Taurus. Okay, so pile 2, I feel like the person who is crushing on you could be someone who's in love with you. Yeah, it could be someone you're in a relationship with. That's coming through. I'm getting a strong sense of spirituality, so you may share a religion or spiritual faith with this person, or perhaps the connection with this person has a spiritual vibe to it. Or it could be that the person who's crushing on you is very spiritual. Maybe they've seen you at your worship centers, or they just feel attracted to you because of how spiritual you are. Pile 2. I feel like this person is very wise, kind of like a truth-based person, and they have a lot of understanding of you and a lot of understanding of your situation. They're very understanding. I'm getting like calm and emotional maturity, like things like forgiveness and understanding and having faith. Maturity is showing up here. I feel like you may be in a relationship with this person, or maybe you live with this person. Maybe you're not in a relationship, but maybe they're your roommate or something like this. Or there's someone they may be your dorm roommate, or something like this. Is someone who's crushing on you. Maybe someone who lives with you in some capacity. This person may have brought you good luck, or this may be someone you have forgiven for something. Maybe you forgave them. That's a possibility. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what the message is here about who is crushing on you. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is someone who may be struggling. Someone who may be struggling financially. Is someone who's crushing on you. But, as with all things, this is a temporary state. Very possibly, very probably. I'm also getting that this may be someone who you shut out. Or perhaps you shut them out. Or maybe this is someone who lives near you. Someone who's around you or near you, but doesn't have access to you, doesn't get to access you in that way. They feel like they're on the outside. This person may just be feeling like they're on the outside. So this could be their self-esteem issues as well. I feel like the person who's crushing on you may feel like they cannot afford to be with you. They feel like you're very fancy, you're up there, and they just feel like they're not on your level. And so therefore they feel like maybe a division based on class. Perhaps you have a good job and you live in a nice situation. Or maybe they've noticed that you're doing better than they are financially. And so therefore they feel scared to approach you. They may feel insecure about this. I feel like this person, they may have pride issues in the sense that they feel less than in some type of way, maybe less than you. And so therefore they don't want to talk to you or make themselves known or show themselves to you because they're concerned you're going to judge them, or they just feel like they have this sense of self like, no, I need to be doing better in life before I can even dare to pile 2 or show my face or even go into the dating world or connect with her pile 2. I'm getting, it is possible that this is someone you may have shut out, pile 2. Someone you may have kicked out and said no to. That's possible. And they're feeling, despondent, and they're feeling down on their luck because you said no and you pushed them out the door. That's possible. Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles. It's possible that this person wasn't able to, maybe when they dated you in the past, maybe there's someone who used to date you in the past, they were not able to bring it financially, and you are not about to be carrying someone else, pile 1. I think you want more, pile 2, sorry. I think you wanted more of an equal, okay? It's possible you might want to watch pile 1 because, sometimes we can have multiple people who are crushing on us, so pile 1 may be someone else who's crushing on you. So pile 2, I feel like this person that's crushing on you, the reason they stay away, the reason they feel poor is because you're doing very well. Or they view you as doing a lot better than they are anyway. Who is crushing on pile 1? I feel like this person, they want to reach out to you so bad. They do. But they feel like you're too fancy for them. So this is someone you've never met, okay? This could be someone you've never met. And they look at your life and they see how well you're doing, and they're like, oh my gosh, no, I could never show my raggedy ass self to pile 2 and try to talk to them. They're gonna view me like a piece of trash. They're gonna be like, who are you and why are you talking to me? They just have this idea that you're gonna be snooty, that you're gonna be snobbish, that you're gonna have your nose up in the air because you're a fine person or a person of refinement, maybe very independently wealthy. You may live in a very nice place, wear very nice clothes, you live in a land of milk and honey and plenty. This person may be a helper or someone who works on your property. That's a possibility. This could be someone who maybe does your lawn care or services your home in some type of way, or maybe they're housekeeping or something like this. They've seen you, maybe you went to a hotel and this was housekeeping and they came in. I'm so sorry, pile 2, this is not what you wanted to hear, but I do feel like these readings are as accurate as can be, and so I'm going to tell you everything I'm feeling and seeing and picking up. If you came here to figure out who's crushing on you, you're going to be getting the accurate information here today. So I am getting this person just feels less than you, for sure, and they feel shy and they don't want to make themselves be known to you. Now it's possible that this person, you met them in the past and they made a splash into your world and they saw how you were doing and they stayed with you for a time. Perhaps they stayed, maybe they were your roommate for a time, or they flirted with you for a time. They stayed at your house for a time. They dated you for a time. Maybe y'all had a tryst or some sort of entanglement or some sort of situationship going on for a bit. And y'all were maybe intimate or you were passionate with each other. And then they moved on. And the reason they moved on, pile 2, is because they felt broke. They felt inadequate. They felt that they were not on your level and they didn't want to stick around. They'd rather play this whole thing of, oh, I'm just a lover boy, a lover girl. I just came through town and I saw you. We got together, but gotta go now. Sorry, got a jet. They wanted to play this whole loves them and leaves them card with you, role with you. And the truth behind it is that you made them feel broke. You made them feel inadequate and they felt like they couldn't hang. They felt like they weren't on your level. Okay. Next, we're getting the 3 of Cups. Okay, you might want to watch pile 1. We got 3 of Cups in pile 1. So, pile 2. Yeah, I feel like this person may have been a friend of yours. Someone you partied with. It's very possible. Someone you partied with. Someone you had a good time with. This may be someone who was your friend. Someone in the community. Someone who made you very happy. That y'all were happy together. Y'all had good times together. You may have celebrated together as friends. And maybe there was a time you had a successful outcome on something. Maybe you received a big commission or a big bonus, or life was just good for you at that time. And you were finding some friends to hang out with, and they are one of your good time friends or something like this. And they fell for you. They started crushing on you after meeting you, after getting to be a part of your world, after getting to get a taste of some of your energy. They realized they really liked you, and they're crushing on you now as a result. We have Justice. Yeah, this person measured themselves up against you, pile 2. I'm not gonna lie. They measured themselves up against you and found that they were lacking. This person may be working in the legal field or legal industry. I feel like this person, I'm getting this vibe like they saw how much you had and they did a mental calculation. They couldn't help it. And they realized how much these things cost that you had in your fridge. They did the math and they're like, oh my gosh, Pal 2 is killing it. They are making a lot of money. This is the kind of stuff that they're buying. And they made that mental calculation and realized, I don't buy this kind of stuff. This is way out of my budget. I can't handle this, And so they decided, this is the person that you're dealing with. This person who's crushing on you, is that they do math. They do the numbers. Okay. I feel like this person, Pal 2, maybe someone that you were married to in the past. That's possible. That y'all got married and then you underwent a divorce with this person. That's a story for some of y'all. And this person, they've gone through adverse circumstances and they always felt like they were less than you, or they feel like you made out in the divorce settlement and you ended up with more of the stuff and they ended up with less. Or maybe you were the breadwinner or something like this, and they were always like the one that didn't make as much money, and so they're really feeling it now, but they still have a crush on you. That's some of the energy that's coming through here, Pal 2. Okay. It could be that they're going through some sort of legal case with you. This could be maybe you guys are currently in proceedings, or maybe they're going through a legal court case that has nothing to do with you. And, but it's just trying to give you, I feel like spirit guides are trying to give you some sort of idea of what they're about and what they're going through, so you can figure out who this person is. So this is the person who's crushing on you. We have the 5. Okay, yeah. So definitely I feel like this person, maybe y'all have had some hard times. There was some conflict or clashes with this person. I do see that possibly this is someone you were dealing with in a marriage that maybe, or a relationship that did not go well. And you guys are now trying to separate, or you're in a legal divorce or something like this. And you've had battles with this person. You've had battles. And this person, it's like y'all became enemies in a way. I'm so sorry to say, Pal 2. But they still have a crush on you. They feel like they're missing out, Pal 2. That you were amazing. That you brought good things, Pal 2. They miss you because of this. They miss you and they feel like you came and you went. But you brought good times, and you brought money, and you brought resources, but there were things you required, Pal 2. There were things you required of them. And they fought with you on these things. Y'all butted heads over these things. And this is part of what's leading to the sort of like separation, or leading to, leading to a time where you have to decide, is this person staying or going, or whatever, okay? Inquiring minds need to know. Okay, we're getting the Queen of Cups, okay. This person loves your energy, Pal 2. They feel that you are loving. They fought you on the things you were asking for, and I get the feeling that they were not unreasonable things you were asking for, Pal 2. They were not unreasonable. It was only fair, right? We have justice. It was karmically correct for you to require the things that you required of them. Maybe you require them to contribute a certain amount, even if they weren't making a lot. You still required something, or just so that the energy exchange was balanced, or you required a certain kind of behavior out of them, but instead they decided to take on a sort of like a warlike or confrontational, a mano, kind of energy towards you. And they see their weight and how it didn't fit with your Queen of Cups loving energy. It didn't fit. Wow. Okay. Very interesting energy. They love you. Okay. I feel like this person's still in love with you. They feel that you are very compassionate, actually, and that you brought calming energies into things. They found your presence to be very comforting. This is why they're crushing on you. You have to toughen up on them, but they found you to be very comforting, Pal 2. They viewed you as very emotionally intelligent and also very spiritual. Perhaps you sort of awakened this in them. I feel like they've lost out on so much with you, or they stand the risk of losing out on a lot with you. And this is part of why they're crushing on you, because you're spiritually attuned, you're intuitive, you're loving, you are kind, you're comforting, you provided luxuries even, you provided plenty, but at the end of the day, you required something for it. You required the energy exchange to be balanced. They wanted to be able to take, or take more than they were giving, and not try to balance it out in a way that made sense. And this was not okay with you. But they're still crushing on you, pal 2. They're crushing on your energy big time. Let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards and get more information. Okay, so it says you're a musician. So this person may be a bit more of a creative. So maybe this might explain why they weren't making as much money as you. You know, a lot of times when artists decide to go the way of the artist, at first they don't make a lot of money. At first they're just developing their skills. At first they're just showcasing their talent, and they don't have any good deals yet. They don't have a good source of income yet. So I feel like this person may have been a DJ, or like a poet, or a musician, or an artist of some kind. They lived in a very passionate way. The music flowed from their heart. And I feel like maybe this is part of why you like them. Maybe you met them in a party scene and they like to party. This person may be someone also who just likes to party. Okay, they're a party creature. They like to have fun. And it's, you know, fun people have a good vibe. They do. And it's, you know, if you like having fun, then this person may be very attractive to you for that reason. We have communicator. So this person may have also been a very good communicator. They made it, maybe they did make efforts to send you messages and be clear in what they were saying. Maybe they were trying to tell you, listen, pal 2, I'm about my music. I'm about my art. I'm about my passion. And you were okay with this. Okay. I do feel though that they may have told you something like, hey, just so you know, I'm trouble. Sometimes I'm trouble, you know, like they knew who they were, you know, and they let you know it. And you appreciated this. I think you appreciated their honesty. If you don't know this person, I'm getting that this person's like an artist. It's possible that you know them though. It's possible you do know them, maybe not in a romantic capacity, but maybe through them working with you or for you or having dealings with you. You've had some sort of clash with them. That's very possible. They may have been a DJ at your party. They're a really good communicator. They may be a poet or writer. Something like this. We have the influence, the influencer too. So this person may have an active social media presence. They may be an influencer. Yeah, oh my gosh, headphones. This person may be an audiophile, so they really love music. They have an excellent taste in music. They may be a musician. They're a composer. They know how to put things together. They're a party guy or party girl. They know how to do the party scene very well. This is a person who's crushing on you. They may be a DJ, they may be a musician, they may be a composer, they may even be a podcaster, or someone who speaks to people, who communicates and sends messages out to people. This is the person who is crushing on you. We have Maui, the Hawaiian god Maui. So Maui was a demigod, meaning he was like the product of a god and a human. Okay, he was a child of a god and a human relationship. I feel like this person was very ingenious. Is very ingenious, pal, too. The person who's crushing on you, they have transformed. There's something very special about this person, pal, too. I'm not gonna lie. And I think you saw this in them, or you've seen this in them. There's a bit of a trickster energy to this person. I feel like this person likes to challenge the order of things. But it's to the benefit of humanity in some ways. But in some ways it is not. In some ways they're just causing trouble. Kind of like we saw here with the 5 of Wands. So they have sort of a challenging spirit to contend with. I feel like this person underwent transformations that you witnessed. Maybe you saw them grow, their social media grow. Or you've seen them become more popular or something like this. They may be Hawaiian. This person may be really into nature. Maybe gone out with you in nature, gone on hikes. Maybe you all went to an island, or there's this. I feel like the outdoors is playing a role here a little bit. Maybe you may have met your crush in Hawaii on some island, or when you went on vacation where there's a lot of water. This is where they seen you, or you seen them. I feel like this person, pal, too, they challenge authority. And this is part of the issue that you were running into. Whether the authority is like someone literally with a title that's like, you know, like a police officer or something like this, you know, or it could be just the natural order of things, right? Like, for instance, whoever is the breadwinner has a certain, you know, like a level of authority. Wouldn't you say, guys? Would you agree with me? If someone's paying most of the bills, then there's a certain authority that comes with that, in the sense of not that they're a bully or they're your lord or anything like that, but that, you got to answer to them for the spending, for instance, or they get to call the shots on how the money is spent to some degree, because it's their money. I mean, they're the ones making the money. Maybe it's for both of y'all. Maybe you guys are married, and so the law views it as both of y'all's money. But, there's going to be, if they're doing it right, there's going to be some deference towards the person who's making the money. Like, okay, hey, but let's talk it out. I'm not going to go spend all the money behind your back. I'm going to ask your permission. You are the one making the money. It's a joint effort, but you're making most of the money. So let's talk about it. So there's going to be some respect that's given. And I don't know how else to put it, pal, too, but I feel like this person railed against this. Okay, this person rails against that kind of arrangement. They don't like to, even when it comes to, even if it's expected, they don't really even want to do it. This person may, respect authority, or respect leadership, or respect the order, like the pecking order or something like this. So I got a feeling they don't make a lot of money. They follow their passions mostly. Okay, and they're really good at it. They're really good at it. Okay, they shine. Ooh, good. So we're getting 444 synchronicity, signs they're on the right path. They're seeing angel numbers everywhere. So I feel like this person, they're crushing on you because though they've had conflicts with you, they've clashed with you on certain things. There's this love and leave them energy. There's maybe like a disparity in a power dynamic that they're not quite in love with. The connection, or that they've seen in society, that they're here and you're there. They're down here, you're up there. They've seen all these things. Despite that, they feel like they received a lot of signs that you are special, pal too. You're special. They wait for you to text them. They wait to hear from you. They've thought about texting you. They may have your number. They've seen you on your social media too. That's another thing. And they've thought about connecting with you. Maybe they've texted you or left comments for you. With 444, which is an angel number, we're getting divine support, protection, and stability. This person crushes on you because you give them stability and support. We've seen justice there. Okay, you create balance in their lives. You help them. Maybe you help them feel balanced in some type of way. Or I feel like also the reason they crush on you is they see that you are very balanced in the way you handle yourself. Okay, we got justice, we got Libra. They love your Libran. If you're a Libra, pal too, they love your Libran energy. They love your ability to create balance and harmony in your life. That you're not just all about one thing. You are responsible, and you know how to have fun, and you pay your bills, and you sometimes do, you have your vices, you have your ways that you don't do things perfect, but at the end of the day, it all adds up to your balance, and they really appreciate this about you. You may not be Libran, but they feel like you're very balanced, and they really like this about you. If you're in a connection with this person, they crush on you because you've protected them from life's, inconsistencies and irregularities and thrashing, about like life's ups and downs. They feel that you've protected them from this. Let's keep going. We'll put it all together here at the end. We have the personal trainer. Okay, so this person could be a personal trainer. So this person, like, I'm getting that this person has a career that they're passionate about, but doesn't pay like a ton of money. Okay. Yes, they're very good looking. They may be young or young at heart. They like to have fun. They're in the party scene or in the club scene. They are a poet. Maybe they be a podcaster. They're passionate about life, and there's something very magical about them. But I wouldn't say that they're making a lot of money right now. And this is the person who's crushing on you. Perhaps they're building up to this with their career. We got Mr. Gadget. Investigating, not sure of what your motives are. So I feel like this person, they may not fully trust you though. They may not fully trust what you're about. If you're single or you're just a friend of theirs, this person is like not entirely sure of you. And they question what you're about. If you're in a connection with this person, a lot of times it's like they don't fully get your perspective, so they have a lot of questions for you. They may give you a lot of pushback, a lot of, and it gets tiring at times dealing with this person. If you're in a connection with them, almost like you need to explain everything to them. That's just for some of you. If you are single and you don't know who this person is, I feel like you may though, but you're single, you're not dating them. But if you don't know who they are, I get the feeling this person is someone around you who's seen you, maybe at your gym, who's seen you at the beach maybe, or a place that you like to visit for fun, a place where you go to have fun, like a club or something like this. And they've noticed you and they don't fully trust you enough to have maybe made moves towards you. Because they're not sure. They're falling for you. They're falling for you, pal, too. Okay, but they feel like you represent something that they have a problem with. Okay, it could be you represent a certain class of people, like maybe higher income. They're not sure about people like that, or you got like a bougie vibe, or maybe you work for the law, the legal system, and they don't fully trust people who work for the legal system, but they like you. They're attracted to you. They have fun with you. And also another reason they're crushing on you is because they see how the choices you have made you abundant, have made you successful. They love your lifestyle. They kind of would like to partake, but they don't want to partake at the risk of losing themselves, or at the risk of bashing their ego, or at the risk of feeling less than you. So this is part of why maybe they've not contacted you, or why they stay out of your way. They don't want to come at you like that. Or perhaps they did and you all had an entanglement and they came and they went, but they're still crushing on you. Okay. And part of the reason they stay away is because you make them feel less than. Well, back to this message. They don't understand you entirely and they question you. They're not certain of you. They doubt you, but at the same time, they admire you and they want some of you. They want to be in your world. They enjoy your world. But your world makes them feel less than. So they're very conflicted. It's kind of like a little bit of a conflicted energy where it's innate. They're drawn to you and they question you. Okay. We have unexpected. This is the person who's questioning on you. So I feel like this person, I told you, they didn't expect to like you because of what you stand for. Pile 2. Okay. Maybe you're not in the legal, maybe you don't work in the legal system. Maybe you're someone who plays fair. You're all about, okay, but we gotta play fair though. You've gotta be like this and I've gotta be like this. Or if I bring this, you gotta bring that. They don't like that. They don't like to be accounted, don't like things being accounted for. They feel like they don't want to be held accountable. They doubt situations where they have to be accountable. And this is bad. Okay, this is bad energy, pal 2, I'm sorry. And this is why it's not working. So, my dear pal 2, I feel like this person did not expect to connect with you. They did not expect to feel chemistry with you because, like I said, you symbolize a lot of things that they sort of go against. They kind of rail against society, the order of society, about how get a good income, you have to go to school and have a PhD and do this or do that. Or, in fact, they kind of don't like the class system. They feel like you should do your passions, that the world should be set up to where you do your passion and you get paid well for it. Okay. Just be really good at it and be the best you can be at it and get paid well for that. And I think they get upset that the things that they're into, I think maybe not that they're upset, but they've just kind of questioned but this is what I'm into. I'm going to honor that. And I should be paid well for this. And other people who are doing well because they submitted to the system and are doing these more, proper things and are getting paid really well for it. I think they may have resentments about that a little bit. I'm picking up on that. Okay. They may be really buff. They didn't expect to have the connection with you. They really, really like you, pal 2. They feel strongly connected to you, but they feel like you're on the other side of the fence. Okay. We have, I don't know what I was thinking. Right. I do feel like they're torn. They don't understand. I feel like they connected with you at one point and got to know you and they loved it. They love you, pal 2. I keep wanting to say love, but I hold myself back because that's how they feel. They love you, but they hold themselves back from really getting into that or calling it that. So they are crushing on you, but I think they're also low-key in love with you. Okay, pile 2. They do feel like, they've communicated. Remember I said, but I'm trouble. They communicated this to you, or they told you something like this at one point, or they were clear that, I'm from the other side of the fence. I'm not like you. But I like you, and we can talk, but I think they're thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, why I did that, why I hopped onto the other side of the fence to talk to pal 2. What was I thinking, Okay, you always deserve some more than I was able to offer you. You see, I told you, like, this person just feels like they're not on your level, pal 2. They get it. They get that they are not enough for you, or they feel that they're not worthy of you. They're like, no, I'm not what pal 2 needs or what they're looking for, I bet. That's what they're thinking. And so they kind of, maybe this is why they don't talk to you, or why you guys had a falling out or something like this. Okay. If you're in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship currently with this person, this is part of why there's a clash. Okay. They feel they have like a, maybe low self-esteem in the sense like they feel like they're not quite right for you, but they have confidence in themselves as they are. And they feel right about where they're at and how they're doing their thing. Why do I feel this way? See, they don't understand it. They don't understand why they're so into you, because of the clash, because of how maybe they don't feel the values align, or that there's some clear differences there, and they feel torn about it. I'd rather come home to you, but they're into you. They are into you. They've gotten signs that they're for you because you create harmony and balance in their life. You bring balance into their life. You bring balance into their life, pal 2. Or they feel that, you're right with the law, that you do things correctly. And there's something very right about that. They can't help but acknowledge this to themselves or see the rightness of it. There's this issues of divine timing. This person may be your spouse. Okay. I see a wedding ring here. They crush on you because they've gotten a lot of signs that, from you. Like, for instance, they feel that you play fair. That's another thing they like about you. They feel that at the end of the day, you play fair. You're not lording it over their heads, either that you make more money or that you're more upstanding, or you're on the right side of the law, or I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, pal 2. At the end of the day, they feel like y'all may butt heads on something, but they understand that you play fair. They get that about you. This is part of why they crush on you. We have, I need to hold back my true feelings for you. This person holds back. So you may not know them, or they haven't come forward yet, or they're a friend. And the reason they're not all out there with you is because they're too busy. They want to focus on their passions, their life. And they just know that there's some things they don't see eye to eye with you on. And they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They know it's going to be a clash, but they are still crushing on you. Very interesting energy, right? We got journey. I feel like they are trying to see, though, pile 2. This person, oops, let me get that out. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Very interesting energy. They're stuck on you, pile 2. They are stuck on you. Oops. Yeah, they're stuck on you, pile 2. They are stuck on you. They want to, I feel like for some of y'all, this person, they may want to traverse in your direction. Meaning, I think they want to see if they can grow towards you. Okay, this person is crushing towards you. They want to see if they can come visit you. For some of you, that might be true. They want to come visit you, travel to you. I see travel here, and I see travel here as well. I feel like this person, maybe they may have come to travel to visit you, or they want to, or they've talked about it, or they want to sort of evolve in your direction. Okay, we got change of plans. Okay. All right. So, pile 2, I feel like your crush, I think they may be changing. I think they may have decided that, I feel like there's someone who got with you. So a few messages are coming through, pile 2. So there may be someone who got with you and then decided that it was time to move on. Okay. Also, I'm getting that, this is the alternative message, is that your crush is someone who they were going a certain way in their life. They were going in a certain direction. And after they met you, they decided that, you know what? I need to become more like pile 2. You in a way, you won them over. For some of y'all, I'm seeing that coming through. You won them over, and they're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do as pile 2 is doing. I'm going to get more serious, or get a more conventional job, or go to school. I see maybe school is coming up here. I see maybe students, and it's a backpack. I want to go to school and be like pile 2 and become a lawyer, or, and get better paying job. And, so there's a journey towards you. I'm seeing that as well. As far as this person who's crushing on you, they want to be more like you. Pile 2. It could be also that they, in their way, they decided to maybe become more serious about their passions. Maybe for them it was more about having fun and just living life, raucously and drinking the passion of life. And as long as that's satisfied, that's all they need. Maybe they've decided to become more serious and take these talents, these passions, and monetize it, turn it more into a business and be more serious like you, take things more seriously. And so they're starting to do this now, this person who's crushing on you. I feel like your crush is also someone who chases after you, or to be honest, okay, pile 2, they chase after you, they come after you, they move in your direction, they may have moved for you, they may have, wherever you go, they go, they may be a stalker, for just a few of you, they may be a stalker, they kind of like to see where you're at and kind of go where you're at, okay, kind of be near you, or move in your direction, okay, that's just for a few of you. We have bedroom, especially if you don't know who they are. Yeah, I'm coming back to this idea that for a lot of you, your crush is someone who lives with you. Pile 2. Yeah. You may have had, intimate relations with this person. Okay. And that's where this loves and leaves them energy is coming. Someone you slept with in the past and they moved on. Okay. They may be a roommate. It's possible. Or you may have just been, you may have gotten close to them, gotten to know them on an intimate level, know more about them. That's coming through as well. May not be sex. We have, this is from the Wind Rises. The Wind Rises. Look, oh my gosh. The main character is pursuing their talent. So this person who's crushing on you, pile 2, they're very talented. They are very talented. Like I said, they may be an artist or something like this. They're about that. They are about they're an artist. They're an artist. I definitely get that for most of you. They pursue their passion and they're very creative. They may be a painter, they may be a singer, they may be a musician, they may be a DJ, they may be a sculptor, they may be, I don't know what it is. They're an artist. And they're very blessed and talented and skilled in that way. But like I said, I do think that they're moving towards monetizing it more, taking it more seriously. We got impatience. Oh my gosh, guys. We got, look, but you see someone here looking at the time on their watch, 4:44. Impatience, we got a clock. And look, someone's looking at their time here. And it's all coinciding together in the same area. So here's what I'm seeing, pile 2, is that this person who is crushing on you, it's possible that you have been like telling this person, it's time for you to get your stuff together. Or, it's time for you to take me more seriously or take the situation more seriously. That's one message coming in. Another message coming in is that this person who's crushing on you has felt like, time's running out and they need to do something or do something a little differently so that maybe they don't lose you. Or I think this person feels like there's a time window within which they can do something in regards to you, maybe make a move towards you, or comply with a requirement, something like this. They may be very impatient with you. The person who's crushing on you feel like maybe you struggle with time, or maybe they feel like they're a stickler for time. They're a stickler for the clock. So when will we do that? Maybe you want to be married and they're taking their sweet time, or they want to be married and you're still trying to decide about them because of all the struggles and all this. Interesting. Okay. This is the person who's crushing on you. We have receipts. Okay. So, yeah. Remember I talked about the shopping and looking in the fridge and looking at how much things cost. So this person is about, I think that they're concerned about time and they're concerned about money in various ways. This could manifest in different ways for you guys. But I feel like this person may be like, I don't have the time it takes to do this or do that. I don't have enough money for this or that. Or this person's getting better about accounting for their time. This person's getting better about accounting for their money or producing or contributing or showing receipts that they bought this or they did that. So I feel like for some of you, this person is taking their life more seriously. They're starting to. Okay? Interesting. All right. Next, we're getting jumping. Okay, this person is The person who's crushing on you, pile 2, is very active. They're on the move. You know, we got that with Maui on his boat. God, the demigod Maui on his boat. We got the journey, the boat on this ocean moving through. This person's running, this person's jumping, this person's moving. The Knight of Wands is one of the fastest cards in the tarot deck. So I'm just getting like this person is on the move towards you. They're on the move, pile 2. Okay, in some kind of critical way. They may be a runner, athletic. That's coming through as well. Who is crushing on you? Okay, we have harp. Yeah, we're getting that musician vibe again. So they're athletic, they're musician. I feel like they're about their art. They're about their passion. They're all about that. That makes them feel weightless. Pursuing their passion, their art, makes them feel like they're skybound. Okay. We have sushi. Okay. Person may be Japanese. They may be Hawaiian. They may like sushi. They may be Asian. I'm also getting that this person, pile 2, I think they have a respect for nature. They have a respect for nature, pile 2. They're about their artistry too. You know, with these sushi makers, it's about the art of it. It's an art form. They may know how to make sushi. They're very artistic person. They may, when they make you food, it's all about the way it looks. Everything is art to this person. They're about simplicity and elegance. They're very elegant in their arrangements or their aesthetics. They're about the balance and craftsmanship. Okay. And that's what I'm getting for you, pile 2, as to who is crushing on you. If this reading resonated for you, please give it a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'd love to chat with you. Take good care of you, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 3. So we're going to be taking a look today into who is crushing on you. This is going to be a juicy reading. Let's take a look at who is crushing on you. You're pile 3. You chose this beautiful yellow heart-shaped crystal. Or you may have chosen Leo, Aries, or Cancer. Any of those signs there. Now remember, one or more of these piles may be yours because you may have multiple people crushing on you. So be sure to make sure that you chose one for your zodiac sign and one based on your intuition or your attraction to the colors. Whichever it is, make sure you pick multiple piles because there may be more than one person crushing on you. And if not, you can just watch one reading too. That's okay. All right. Oops. So I feel like this person who is crushing on you is very creative, very intellectual. They're have a lot of positive energy. I feel like they may make you very happy. Maybe you know this person already, and they bring you a lot of joy and happiness. They are, if you know them, then they're very loyal to you, and they make you very happy. Okay. They bring good energy into your life, or they may be just someone who makes you laugh or brightens up your day or something like this. You may be in a relationship with them. You may not be. They may be a friend. They may be a lover. It's possible. I feel like the person who's crushing on you, it's possible that you gave them a warning about something, maybe they overstepped a boundary or something weird happened. And so it's like they were put on alert for it or something by you. That's a possibility. It's possible that this person is very rich or they have like a lot of money. And I feel like this person is also very enlightened. They have a higher vibrational quality to them. They think positive. They have elevated energy. They're not small-minded. They think big, and they think positive. They're positive minded. Okay. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and look at what your cards are saying. We have the Six of Pentacles. So this person is maybe very generous to you. The person who's crushing on you, is what I meant to say, is someone who's been very generous with you. Perhaps they're giving you money at a certain point in time, or they have helped you out at times or giving you gifts. They may be a really good gift giver. They're giving you lots of gifts. They spoiled you a little bit, or maybe they helped you out during a time of need. Okay. They may also be a customer of yours. That's coming through. They may also be an employer. The person who's crushing on you may also be your employer. That's a possibility for some of you. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, this person's been a gracious host of yours, or hostess. This is someone who's taking good care of you, someone who's made your wishes come true. Maybe you stayed at their place at one point in time and they took really good care of you while you were there. They made sure you had good drink, good food, whatever you wanted or needed was taken care of. I'm kind of getting a vibe like an employer who relocated you or something like this, and they paid the moving costs and made sure you were comfortable and everything well situated before you started working for them, or maybe a new job or a new company where you started working at, and the boss make sure that you had, even maybe you hadn't started getting paid yet and things were lean for you, and they gave you like a loaner, or they let you have free lunches or whatever it is. Okay, I just feel like there's a very nice, loving energy, someone who makes you feel good, someone who brought joy into your life, someone who uplifts, okay, someone who brings light into your life. Okay, this is the person who has a crush on you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is someone who makes you feel very lucky. Pile 3. This person, I don't know, it's almost like you won the lottery with this person. This person makes you feel very lucky. It's almost like you feel like meeting them. You met them at a certain time in your life when you absolutely needed someone like this. Okay, you were at a situation, maybe you were in dire straits, or things aligned in such a way that you're like, oh my gosh, this is destiny, this is karma, this is fate, right? They made you feel like this. It could be that this is someone who's a boyfriend that's very generous with you and spoils you, takes good care of you, or a husband who does this for you, or a mate who does this for you. Yeah, this person makes you feel like you won the lottery, Pile 3. I'll be honest with you. This person is like, yeah, I feel like this person, they're nothing but a good thing, okay? In a lot of ways. Good, bright energy. All right, next we're looking at the 4 of Cups, okay? So this person crushing on you, Pile 4, I feel like they take such good care of you to the point where you're like, okay, well, I'm good now, right? I'm good. But one problem, they keep giving you stuff. They keep offering you things. It hasn't stopped, even though you're good now. And I almost feel like you've gotten to the point where, or where you're kind of tired of it. You're kind of like, well, I'm good now. I don't really want any more. And I have everything I need now. And I feel like this person just keeps giving you and giving you and giving you to the point where you're like, okay, I'm good. And so this person may be over generous. They may be an overgiver. That's a possibility. And this is just something that's a part of their traits. And if you are dealing with someone who's been giving you a lot of things, gifting you a lot of things, taking good care of you, offering you things to the point where you're like, okay, I'm tired of this, then this person has a crush on you. Okay, Pile 3. So I feel like this person may have like overgiven to you. And I'm also getting like a feeling like, this vibe like, okay, I'm good now. Is there something you're wanting? Is this like, is there like a hidden motive behind this generosity? This kind of thing. Maybe you're starting to wonder about that. We got strength. You've had to be strong with this person, Pile 3. Almost like this person may have become a bit of a nuisance to the point where, you're grateful to them and you in some ways you may even feel beholden to them, but you're starting to find it maybe a little bit smothering, or you had to be like, okay, I need to like hold on to my patience and calm down, take a deep breath, because even though I find this annoying how much they keep giving and giving and giving something, I need to be strong and be respectful to this person because they helped me when I needed it. They were there for me. So I'm not going to now act ungrateful and show them a nasty attitude, lashing out and being like, oh my gosh, geez, I've had enough. Okay. Like, you're not going to talk to them like that, Pile 3. You're not dealing with them in that way, though you are like low key, like turned off by it now. You're starting to feel like they're overdoing. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So this person is wealthy. I'm going to be straight up with you, Pile 3. This person is rich. They're from a rich family, or they're part of a rich company, or they're part of, they are flush, Pile 3. They're rich in resources, or they come from a family or a network or a company or something like that. They're affiliated with a very, very abundant organization or hierarchy with deep pockets. I feel like it's possible this person is your mate, especially with the strength. They may be a mate or a partner of yours, or husband or wife. Maybe they are a bit, they're a bit overgiving, and they kind of like spoiled you a little bit, and you're not kind of a bit ungrateful. But you stand strong. You stay by this person's side. You stay by this person's side. You're loyal. I do feel like that. Maybe it's a friend of yours too. That's a possibility. Next, we're getting the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, pile 3. You may work for this person. You may do work for this person, and they pay you really well, take good care of you. They are very emotionally supportive too. Although maybe the emotionally supportive part, you're starting to feel a little bit tired of that part of it. The money you're fine with, but the whole where, oh, do you need my support with you emotionally? Do you need me to help you understand what's happening? Maybe, I think you're starting to feel like you don't want their emotional, you're not as into the emotional aspect, or maybe you feel like the emotional aspect of their giving is overdone. Interesting. Wow. Pile 3. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what your oracle cards are saying. We have influencer. Okay, so this person's popular. That's number 1. This person's popular. They may start trends. People look to them. People notice them. People are aware of who they are. They are very influential, whoever this person is. People look to them for guidance, or someone to their mentor, even some situations. We have grace. Okay, so this person is very graceful. I do think that they know. Listen, this person's quality, pile 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a very good quality person. They're there for you. They want to protect you. They want to make sure that imagine yourself as a little bird, pile 3, and you may be a little tired of this because this is how they view you. Maybe this is part of what you're tired of. But imagine yourself as a little bird, and they're holding you in your hands, and they know that you're still growing and you need protection. So they're going to help you. They're going to carry you from here to there and put you on from this branch and put you on that perch. Even though you have wings and you could fly, but they just want things to be easy for you. They want to coddle you a little bit. So I'm getting that vibe as well. You may know this person through your grandmother. Yeah, this person may be someone who knows your family. Okay, I'm getting that with this. This person may be very close to their grandmother or grandparent. They want to guide you. They want to shield you. They want to protect you. They want to help, move you through life. Okay, pile 3. This person is having a serious crush on you right now. We have number 43, the web. We're getting online. We're getting the web. So this person's definitely online. They're active online. Pile 3. They're active online. They're social butterfly. They're very social. They may be extroverted. They have a big connection in the real world. Many people know them, or they may be a social media influencer and be popular online as well. That's coming through. They are a hard worker. They build certain things. I feel like this may have to do with your work. It may be work related. Someone at your job who takes good care of you, or is very generous, has been very supportive of you, has a crush on you. We have Janus, the Roman god Janus. I believe he symbolized like transitions, going from a young man to a middle-aged man, from a middle-aged man to an old man, or going from, graduating, or, just transitions in life to death, I feel like this person, pile 3, they may have helped you transition, or may have been around when you were transitioning. Okay, they may have wanted to support you through your transition. They may have been around when you were ending one phase and beginning another, and they stuck around to help you with this. So I'm getting like a mentor vibe. I was kind of getting it a little bit back here. Yes, so I feel like this may be someone influential who has connected with you, and at first you were like, oh my gosh, really? They're showing me a kindness. Who am I? I'm not as popular as they are, or I'm not up there like they are, but they singled me out to help me out. Maybe they're helpful to a lot of other people. I don't know, but they've singled you out. They're helping you, and they're reaching out to you. They're supporting you. And I gotta tell you, part 3, it's because they have a crush on you. They have a crush on you. They are helping you transition from a certain situation in life, maybe where you were jobless, to having a job, fully employed, and getting along well in life. Or maybe you were coming of age and they were wanting to be there at that time to help you move into adulthood gracefully. We have look right. signs. Okay. Receiving guidance, you see? Reassurance or messages related to their current situation from spirit. Seeing signs pointing them towards the divine feminine. Okay, pile 3, I feel like this person is a guide. They definitely tried to guide you through times that were tough, right? You've had to be strong. You've had to be brave. There was something you were dealing with. You had to be strong. And this person sort of helped bolster you. They're this lion here. They helped bolster you and keep you strong. And they gave you guidance and they reassured you when times were tough. This person has a crush on you. We have number 2, the adventurer. Bold and spontaneous, lives for thrills, but schedules are a foreign concept. I feel like this person is like really wealthy. Like they don't live like the average man or woman. Pile 3. The life is one big adventure, and they're not about living according. They may not have a 9 to 5. That's what I'm getting. They may not have a 9 to 5. They create their own schedule. They move in their own rhythm. They have their own life, and they get to call the shots from top to bottom. This person may be a hiker. They might like going on trips or go walking long distances to see the feet there. This person may like nature and the outdoors. Perhaps they wanting to include you in this. Perhaps you guys have gone on group walks together with this person. I feel like this person has plans. They have plans. They want to go on an adventure with you, or maybe they've said so. They want to maybe go on an adventure through life with you too. We have jealous. Okay, so this person, I feel like, again, I'm getting this like smothering vibe, pile 3. Because they helped you, because they gave you all this, and they helped move you through life, they mentored you, they were right there with you through transitions and all this, they become somewhat possessive of you. And you can tell, pile 3, you can tell. You can tell that they get jealous when other people try to help you, or as you have become more independent and started focusing more on your work and being a 9 to 5 type of person, or doing your life and saying, okay, I'm good now. I can now get into do honest work and take care of myself. They started getting a little bit jealous of your attention and your time. They want you to focus on them, maybe like you were. Maybe when they were helping you, they had more of your time, more of your attention. And this is something they were getting out of it. And now that you become more independent and you're doing your own thing, they're starting to get jealous of your time. They're getting jealous of this career. They're getting jealous of something you've been working on. Interesting. Okay, next we're getting blooming. Yes, this person basically helped you bloom. They helped you bloom. They helped you go from a stage of maybe latency, or a stage of being a seedling to, they watered your plant. They gave you fertilizer. They guided you. They brought good luck and good fortune to you. And then you grew. You sprouted, okay, into a beautiful tree. But they kept watering the tree. Trees don't need watering, okay? They get what they need from underground water or in the soil. They have long, thick branches. They can get everything they need. They need rain, but they don't need manual watering like they're trying to give you here, okay? Trees don't need manual watering from a particular source. They get it from nature. They are substantiated. They are established. You are established, pile 3, but yet they're still trying to water you. Okay, but anyways, they got you to blooming, and they maybe continue this again, like I said, because they have a crush on you. I know I caused you so much pain, so they're aware that you got to a point where you were feeling tired of them. They're aware that they got to a point where you were feeling overcoddled by them, where you were feeling like, okay, I do have wings, I can fly now. Why don't you just let me go and let me fly? And they understand that you didn't like this, pile 3. Next we're getting, I still need more time to come to my own conclusions. So this person is still processing through you, pile 3. They're still processing the situation. They're still busy trying to help you. They're still busy trying to create a life of fortune for you. Maybe they haven't stopped. That's what I'm getting. They're remaining busy doing this. They're remaining busy trying to pull you into their network, connect you with everyone. And they've not fully decided if it's time to let you go or what they're going to do with you. Okay, they don't quite know how to respond yet, but they're staying busy. I am the man. See, this person's cocky. Pile 3. This person feels like they are the boss of their situation. They're the boss of your situation. They're the boss of a lot of situations. And regardless of whether you want it or not, want their help or not, they feel like they have a right to call the shots and to tell you how it's going to be, or what's going to happen to you, or how things are going to go down. Yeah, I feel like a very strong energy. They're giving and supportive, but it's almost like it's not on your terms. It's on theirs. And they're very generous. They've been very good to you, Pile 3. But and the reason they've been doing this is because they have a crush on you. Okay, we got escape with me for the weekend. So this person's trying to influence you. They're trying to give you signs and signals, like I want you. Don't you get it? I'm helping you because I'm smitten with you and I'm crushing on you hardcore. And you have to be brave in dealing with this person and telling them, no, I've had enough. No, I'm good. Like, and trying to stake your claim on your own personality, on your own vibe, your own style, how you want to do things, and your own independence. But I feel like this person's trying to hold on to you, Pile 3. They're saying, I want you to come with me here. I want you to come hiking with me, right? I want you to come do these things with me. And, they feel possessed. Look at the way that guy is holding on to that lady's jeans. He's like, you're mine. They feel possessive of you, Pile 3. This person is crushing on you. Okay. Next we're getting, I cannot commit to you. It is too much responsibility. Okay, so this person, they own their own time. Remember I said they own their own schedule. So I do feel like this person who's been helping you and has a crush on you, they're very popular. They have a lot going on for themselves as well. I feel like, they want to play with you. I'm going to be honest, okay? They want to have intimate relations with you. They want to get to know you. In a sense, they do feel like you owe them. I'm not gonna lie, they do feel like you owe them. You have to be strong with this person. Maybe you did go on and have a relationship with them, I don't know, or maybe they've been trying to force you to, and you've been like, nope. And I feel that this person, ultimately though, they're more of have a player energy. I don't think that they are feeling right now like they want to marry you or something like this, or feeling like you're their soulmate. They just more or less feel like you owe them something, and they're this big powerful creature that helped you, therefore you owe them something, and they took care of you, so now you need to take care of them. So it's interesting because this comes along with this idea that they got places to go and things to do and places to be. Okay, interesting. Wow. Just take this as it resonates and leave the rest for others. Okay, let's move on to industry. Yeah, this person works in some type of industry. They are a very career-driven person. They're a big-time type of person in some type of career. They may be an influencer. They may be a CEO. They may be an executive. They may be a mentor. They may be a mentor in the career path that you have chosen. They may be just someone very busy and someone very successful. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next set of cards. All right, but next we have dreams. Okay, so this person, they have dreams, plans they have for you. Okay, I feel like this person was like, okay, I'm gonna help Pile 3, and I'm gonna set Pile 3 up to be this, and then I have this big grand plan, and then Pile 3, when the Pile 3 is done cooking and has become what I need the Pile 3 to be, I'm gonna take Pile 3 from here. Look, they're lifting you, and I'm gonna put Pile 3 on this flower over here. They're gonna be over there. They have big grand plans and machinations that include you, Pile 3. Okay, almost like they're kind of like viewing you as a pawn or someone that's going to fit into their great grand plan of something they're trying to accomplish. I also get that this person fantasizes about you a lot, Pile 3. They fantasize about going somewhere with you or adventuring the world with you or something like this, going on trips. Wow. Next, we're getting map. Exactly. They want to go on a trip with you. They want to go visit certain parts of the world with you. They want to take you to certain places. They have certain places in mind that they want to go with you. I'm also getting like this person, like I said, they have a plan. They have a grand plan. A map it is a symbol for a plan. Okay, so let's move on to your next piece of energy here. We have Howl's Moving Castle. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. Yeah, I feel like this person protected you, Pile 3. This person was a protector. They were a mentor. They were a guide. They may have been like someone you reached out to for help when you were in dire straits, who came flying down from the heavens and put their big arms and wings around you, kept you safe. And this person began to develop feelings for you. Okay, they did. They began to develop feelings for you. And they really helped you at a certain time. They helped uplift you and brought light into your life. And yeah, this person has a crush on you. We have listening. Yeah, I think they fell for you because you're a good listener. Maybe a lot of people in their world that they deal with don't listen to them very well. They fell for your listening traits and your ability to be a soothing presence in their life. And it's like your energy also kind of tamed their energy a little bit. Okay, so they're very into you. Perhaps they're higher up on the chain or whatever, and you're lower down. But you've had an effect on each other, right? You've had an effect on each other. I do feel like this person has come to respect you. They've come to respect you, Pile 3. I don't feel like they're trying to push you around. They've come to respect your power, your gentle power, and respect who you are. But they still crave you, and they still want you, and they still are feeling drawn to you. Look, magnetic, right? Unexplainable, irresistible pull. They just feel drawn to you, Pile 3. End of story. They can't help it. And this was initially why they helped you. I'll be frank. They felt drawn to your energy. You may have been young at the time, so maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm getting the story for some of y'all that you may be even a minor, but they didn't push for anything untoward at that time. But as you have grown and become more mature, they're starting to crush on you. They're starting to realize that you're kind of cute and that they've invested a lot in you. They bonded with you emotionally, and this is part of why they are crushing on you. We have popcorn. Okay, so you may have gone to the movies with this person. They may have taken you to the movies for fun, maybe to just chillax. Maybe you guys have watched Netflix together or something like this. They may have taken you out here or there, okay? Bath. Perhaps you stayed over at their house at one point or another and you have used their bathroom facilities. Getting a story here. Just take it as it resonates, okay? If it doesn't resonate, leave it for the rest. I'm also getting like perhaps you have tried to cleanse yourself of their energy. For some of y'all, maybe you've tried to stay away from this person. It's possible in a certain kind of way. You've tried to keep things clean with them. I feel like you may still be involved with this person. You may be part of their network. Maybe you may be married to them. It's possible. And they're older than you or more mature than you or more advanced than you in some type of way. And they can't help it. They're just drawn to you. But maybe they're a little overwhelming at times. But you've learned how to tame their energy and how to stand up for your own. Maybe they're possessive of you because you decided to work on your career, and you're not making it about them. You're making it about yourself and your career and developing yourself. And I feel like they've struggled with feelings like, why doesn't Pile 3 just stay at home and be about me and focus on me? Like, I've helped them. They don't have to do that. I'm powerful. I'm rich. They're good. But so they get a little mad at this, that you're about yourself, that you have a sense of self, that you want to go do your own thing. Nervous. This person may make you nervous at times. Or this person may be nervous that they might lose you to your career. So they kind of cling to you. You may cling to each other. There's a bit of a karmic nature to this connection. A little bit. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, Pile 3, as far as who's crushing on you. If you've enjoyed this reading, give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Take good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, Pile 4. Today we're going to be taking a look at who is crushing on you. Now remember, we don't get to choose who crushes on us, right? Spirit is going to be revealing to you who that person is today. We're just going to be finding out. This is just for curiosity and giggles. We're going to figure out who this person is, what they're about, what's the story here, okay? So you are Pile 4. We'll move your number over to the corner. You may have chosen this beautiful pink heart-shaped crystal. Or you may or may not be Scorpio, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Let's move that over to the side. Okay, first of all, Pile 4, I'm getting that this person who is crushing on you, they're crushing on you because of how kind you are, how soft you are, you're loving, you're trusting. They may want to have SEX with you. I do think that this person, they love your nurturing energy, and they love your sort of like your innocent essence, okay? I do feel like there's love here. I feel like the person who's crushing on you also may be in love with you. I feel like this person who's crushing on you finds you to be very emotionally healing, very caring person, very nurturing. This person may be your friend also. They may feel that you are, they may be crushing on you because they feel that you're very protective of children or of their inner child. I feel like this person, there's a lot of harmony and compassion coming through as well. Perhaps they see this in you, or perhaps there's harmony and compassion in your connection with this person if you do know who they are, or you have a relationship with them. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at your your tarot cards. We have the Six of Wands. Oh my gosh, guys, amazing. So this person who is crushing on you, pile 4, they are crushing on you because you're very successful. They're crushing on you because you shine to them. This person who's crushing you, they may also be someone who has a great reputation, someone who's well known, someone who's had lots of victories. Okay, let's go ahead and keep looking here. We have the Two of Swords. So this person may be crushing on you because you don't notice them. You don't pay them any mind. You may be undecided about this person. You may not even notice them. You may be ignoring this person. They could have a crush on you maybe because you're ignoring them. Okay, let's keep it moving here. See what else is coming through. We got the Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups. You might want to watch pile 3. Queen of Cups appeared there as well. So pile 3, I feel like this person is fallen for your nurturing. Like I said earlier, I was picking up on it with your nurturing, loving vibe. Okay, they feel that you're very healing. You're very warm. You are empathetic. That you're intuitive. They love this about you. They find you to be comforting and reassuring. Okay, they like your energy. For that reason, they may or may not acknowledge this. You may not know them and they're thinking this about you, or you may know them, and if you do know them, then there's a lot of peace in the connection at this time. Like, you've learned to get along well with this person. Perhaps there used to be some icky, maybe some stuff where there was imbalance, but now it's like you found a good balance with this person. This is part of why they're crushing on you. We got the King of Swords. I feel like this person is very logical, very intelligent. The person who is crushing on you, they are very logical. They're head over heart. They're very disciplined. They're about the truth. I feel like this person is crushing on you because they've evaluated you and found you to have very good energy. They feel your energy is good, powerful. They feel like you balance them out. Where they're all about the head, they feel that you're all about the heart, and this creates a certain balance. Maybe that's what we're seeing here with the Two of Swords. I'm also getting that this person has thought about you and assessed you to be good, pile 4. They've assessed you to be a quality human being. Okay. Next, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So this person who's crushing on you, they may be worried about you for some reason. Perhaps they're worried about this dichotomy of energies, or this energy dynamic where it's like they're all about the head and you're all about the heart. Maybe it's worried them. Maybe they feel that they've worried you. Maybe they're concerned they come across as cold to you sometimes, and it bothers them. This bothers them. Okay. We have the Four of Swords. Okay. So I feel like this person that's crushing on you, I feel like they like to take breaks from you. They like to take breaks from you because they feel that, the fact that you're so warm, you're all about the heart, it makes it clear that they are not. Okay. It makes it clear that they're not heart driven or heart based, and it makes them want to sort of avoid you at times. And they take breaks. Now, it's possible that this is someone you were in a relationship with and you guys are no longer together, right? You've kind of gone your separate ways and you're sort of, there's a stalemate kind of energy going on here. And they have, because of they felt like they were worrying you with their coldness and with the way they tend to think more about logic and, what are the thoughts here, and you're about the heart and caring for people and caring for things, that they felt like it caused you a lot of trouble. And so they maybe stepped out of your space because they don't want to trouble you anymore with this. They don't want to trouble you with their thoughts that maybe cause you nightmares or cause you a lot of stress. And so they give you space now so you can rest and be at peace. But they still have a crush on you. They have a crush on you because of your loving nature, actually. The Three of Wands. Yeah, they want to be a reliable ally for you. They remain a reliable ally for you. Pile 4. They have decided that because they determine that you are good. All right, that you don't have to fit all their standards when it comes to what they think logically, and you having to be completely aligned. Like you're not the queen of swords next to their king of swords. Okay, and they decide they're okay with this. And what they're gonna do is work with this energy and maybe step back and give you space. So, and they'll wait for you to be rested to come back around again. So this is like come and go energy. Pardon me, come and go energy. Okay. That they deal with you. It's the dynamic, and this is how they're trying to come to terms with things. Okay, so that's very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and take a look at your first oracle card. We have Gang. Oh my goodness. Brotherhood of Shadows, Underworld, Transactions, Violence, and Criminality. Okay. So, my beautiful Pal 4, I feel like the person who's crushing on you, you may not know them. I see that they're hidden from view. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting like a couple of people coming through. You know, it could be someone that you used to know and you have since maybe gone your separate ways or divorced because it wasn't working. They were more cold and you were more warm, and it wasn't coming together because you're a warm person and you require warmth, right? And you can't just be warm to a cold stone, right? And because a cold stone won't give you warmth, so it just wasn't working. And so this person has taking space from you. It could be that it's possible that this person is taking space from you because of a divorce, or taking space from you periodically to give you room to away from their energy. Okay, now I'm getting that this person alternatively could be someone that you don't know, someone who's hidden from view, someone who's seen you around but likes to remain anonymous with you, Pal 4. Okay, this person could be like someone who's done some illegal activities. That's possible. Or it could just be that this is just trying to say that this is someone who remains anonymous because you're popular, Pal 4. Okay, you're well known, you're well seen. Okay, people know of you, you have a great reputation, and this person has heard of you, and they're a bit shady, but they've noticed you, Pal 4, and they're crushing on you. Okay. And I feel like part of why they keep their distance is because you have a great reputation and they don't want to expose themselves to you, because now you're going to have their information and maybe you'll find out that that they may be involved in some illegal activities or go about things a shady way. And so this is a way, in a sense, it's to protect themselves, but they can't help but crush on you. They can't help but notice you and see how beautiful you are, how loving you are, and how, so I do feel like, they love your energy though. They cannot resist it. I do feel like they kind of keep their distance because also they feel like they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt you. That's another message coming through. Next we're getting is actor, performer. So this person may be an actor. They could be someone who, oh my gosh, look. Eyeglasses, mask. Look, we got the mask, like a masked ball. They're coming. So this person wants to remain anonymous. It could be that you know this person, but they pretend to be one person when they're actually another person. So they pretend to be a certain way with you, but they're actually another way. Maybe they pretend to be warm. It's with you that they get to pretend that they're a warm-hearted person like you. And, you know, I feel like I'm kind of a little bit of a player energy, but I feel like it's one of those situations where you're taming the player and you don't even know it. There's a situation where you're taming the player and the player's like, well, what if I were to just, you know, be like Pal 4 for a bit and just, you know, I'm not fully going to reveal myself to Pal 4 and let my feelings be known and all this. But when I'm around them, since I'm crushing on them, I could play act with them and act like I'm kind too and I'm sweet too. And I can kind of get a taste of what a world of being like this will be with this person. Okay. So, that's very interesting energy coming through. We have 45, the spirit guide. Yeah. So Pal 4, I feel like this person views you as a spirit guide. This person views you as an intuitive. They feel that they feel that you have guided them or helped heal them or given them warmth when they were needing it. And that you're tied into the universe, the flow of the universe. You're tied in, you're dialed in, and they know it. Okay, they have an aspect of themselves where they've heard something from you. I feel like they've heard something from you that you said on a public forum, or that you said where others could see, or people have said about you, and they've been like, yep, Pal 4 is correct, Pal 4 is right. I like Pal 4 actually, but me and Pal 4 could never mix. I think there's a part of them that's like, me and Pal 4, we could never we're not from the same worlds. We don't think alike. I've invested in a life of either crime or being cold or being intellectual or being too logical and not caring at all about any of the spirit world or religion or spirituality or warmth or empathy. It's not my lane at all. But something about you, Power 4, awakens it in them. Something about your beauty. Okay, you look like a fairy, like an angel to them. Something about this energy, like it's curious. You've awakened something inside of them, and they are aware it's happening. And this is what pulls them towards you. You have a light that they can't resist. Okay, we have Achilles. Okay, we have Achilles. So Power 4, I feel like this person, they are a powerful person. Okay, they're powerful. I'm getting a lot of like raw male energy as well. They're a bit of a hero. I feel like they've stood up for others. Maybe they've even stood up for you and you didn't even know it. They have a tragic flaw though of having pride issues. They're kind of cocky, kind of egotistical, and you know, they may have been hurt by grief. Maybe they lost someone, or by rage. And he has this person who has a question. They have a weakness to their character, and like I said earlier, it could be relating to the fact that they're very cold, or they're mean. They have a mean side. They may be too logical. They're not balanced enough, and this lack of balance has hurt them. Okay, it's brought them pain, a pain that they don't know how to heal. Power 4, they don't know how to heal it because they have not equipped themselves emotionally. They may be very intelligent, like when it comes to like logic, but emotionally they have a very low IQ, and so they don't know how to cure themselves of a grief, of a pain. And I feel like it's you that has shared some things with them. It's you that has said some things, or things that you said was passed down to them, and they were like, oh my gosh, Power 4 is so right. Maybe you're someone, you could be like a friend of theirs. Maybe this is a friend of yours, and they hide from you that they have a crush on you, but they come to you and they talk with you and they get advice. They hear the things you have to say, and it has helped soothe their pain. They were undergoing some kind of grief. Maybe they were isolated, or there's a place where they're vulnerable and they got hurt through that. This could be emotionally, this could be psychologically. They're dealing with something. They're doing some type of trauma or some type of issue, and you have helped to alleviate some of that from them. Okay, it's like they've reached out to you, so you can see their hands here, and you've said something, and they've found it healing, and it helps. It's not completely healed, but they've identified you as someone who relieves the pain, and this is part of why they are crushing on you. Next, we're getting pride. Exactly. We got that there's an issue of pride. Okay. The King of Swords reversed has issues with pride too. Okay. That can come across, you know, it's like, no, I have to be seen this way in society. It has to be this way. I can't ever, you know, be seen as, if I do this, then I'll be viewed as weak. If I expose the people that I'm hurting, I'll be viewed as weak. But around you, it can be exposed this pain to you, and you've helped them with it. And this is part of why they're crushing on you, okay? Interesting. Okay, next we're getting the billionaire. Oh my gosh, Power 4. So I feel like this person may be very wealthy. Okay, so again, it could be a criminal, but maybe they're not, okay? They could be a criminal, or maybe they've had partaken in illegal activities, or maybe they have not. But they have been about the world of logic, strategy, and success. They have strategized their way to success. So I feel like this person may be a bit cocky in the sense that they've accomplished a lot. They are hurting though. There's something, they have a private pain that they keep to themselves that they don't quite know how to deal with. But they found that you've been able to help them with it. Now I'm getting that in the other realms of their life, they're very successful. They're very self-assured. They own land. They're the king of their world. Okay. And I feel like they may be hiding this from you. This may be part of what they don't want you to see, is they are afraid to take action with you for fear of embarrassment or shame. They don't want to bother you. They don't want to bother you with the fact that they have a crush on you, because they want you to be at peace, Power 4. They want you to be at peace. But you got to know that this person, they're a big deal. They're a big to do wherever they come from. They are a big freaking deal. And it's like they're low-key crushing on you. But I don't feel like they're going to come forward or want to come forward. I'm seeing the masks, eyeglasses, faces covering their identity. The gang member regalia covering their identity. They got the masked ball. They got the mask covering their eyes. Now you can see only the shadow, the outline of their body. You know, they kind of have their, you know, the silhouette, you know. So they are a big deal. But they like to sort of keep this away from you. They don't want you to know about this, okay? You got flaker, okay? So this is someone who, it's possible you waited for them to show up at one time or something and they didn't show up. That's a story for some of y'all. So this is how you will know them. It's like a little bit of a clue. I'm also getting that this person, Power 4, part of why they kind of stay away from you is they don't want to hurt you because they know they're a flake. They know it. They know that they're the type that they're shy. You know, they don't want, they got a shy side. They don't want to expose themselves completely. So look, sunglasses. You've seen this, Power 4. So they don't want you to get too close to them. They don't want you to get too close. But they watch you from afar. They wait for you. They wait on you. You might maybe have a podcast or be seen publicly somewhere. Maybe you work at a store and, you know, you show up, you work at a bar and you show up and they've come and chatted with you here or there. They bask in your energy, Power 4. They bask in your words of wisdom here or there. Maybe you have a social media. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you're seen somewhere. Maybe you're a friend of a friend. I just feel like they've seen you around, okay? And it's like you come and you go. You come and you go. The way they are stable for you is that they wait around, waiting to see when you're going to show up to bask in your energy again. But they are not going to make themselves fully known to you, or they're not trying to, because once they do that, they don't want to hurt or disappoint you, you see, by being a flake. They don't want it to get that real. They don't want it to get that real, okay? We have relocating. So I feel like, Power 4, this person, I feel like they may, if there's any interest in you, well, I think what they would like to do is be able to take you from where you're at and go somewhere else with you. They don't want to hang out with you where you're at. They don't want to interact with you where you're at. They don't want to be seen there. They would like to maybe sort of privately go away with you somewhere. It could be that this is someone who you have, you know, made a relocated for, or maybe you relocated to a certain spot and they see you there. Very interesting. I'm going to tie it all together at the end. We have, I abandoned a good thing. So this is someone, remember I said you may have used to date this person, or, you know, or you may have been married to this person at one point in time, or been dating them, or been in a relationship with them, and they had to back away because they've identified themselves as not good. They've identified themselves as the one who's the weak spot when it comes to relationships, because of their pride issues, because of their weaknesses or their vulnerabilities, or the fact that they know that their empathy levels are low compared to yours, and that it's not a good mix. They don't want to hurt you, so they know that they have to abandon you because they want, you know what, Power 4, they want you to have peace. This person who's questioning on you wants you to have peace. They don't want to stress you out none. They watch you from afar. They still looking at you, but they don't want to directly engage you too much because they kind of abandoned you. For some of y'all, they may have abandoned you and moved on, even though you were a good thing, because they didn't feel they were worthy of you. They didn't feel they were good enough, and they didn't want to hurt you. They didn't want to traumatize you. I do love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will never stop. That is sweet. So I do feel like, Power 4, this person is crushing on you. Still, till today, you may have had an entanglement with them, or you may have come into contact with them at one point, and you showed up and they were like, what? You showed up for me? And they saw you and you were beautiful and you were sweet and you were kind and you were angelic. They viewed you as an angel, Power 4. And that, and what they deduced, what they decided, what they assessed it was, you and I have no business being together. That's what they decided. Like, I'm too cold for you. I'm too cold. You know, I'm all about my business. I'm all about the numbers. I've got to prove myself in the hard, cold, hard world. I may be a gangster. You know, I have to do these things. I have to be tough. I care about my empire more than anything else, but I love you. Okay. So this person is an interesting mix. They are still crushing on you till today. It is all too much. Yeah, they can't deal with it. They cannot deal with emotions well, Pile 4. They don't know how to process emotions well. Remember I said they were kind of imbalanced, okay? Really strong when it comes to the intellect and strategizing and cold intellect, knowing how to maneuver in that realm. But when it comes to the emotions, they're way down there and they can't handle it. And also when they feel hurt in the relationship, feel hurt in general, it impacts their pride. They don't know how to let their guard down and be like, hey, I'm hurt. They don't know how to do a healthy relationship. In a healthy relationship, when someone gets hurt, they have self-soothing, they know how to take care of themselves and get over it, or they know how to communicate it healthily and say, I'm hurt by you doing this. Could you please alter this? Or could you work with me more? Or whatever. And, find healthy ways to communicate. They don't want to bother with this. They're not good at it. They are not good at it. They still crush on you. They have to distance themselves. They just don't know how to do it. Okay. No one else understands me. They felt like you understood them, Pile 4. Because you're so empathetically inclined, Pile 4, right? You're a loving creature. You're warm. You're sweet. You're innocent. You're loving, right? You can see through the heart of the matter. They felt like when they were hurting, you knew what to do. You knew what to say. And something they've lost out on is they feel like no one else treated them like this. No one else was able to see through to the pain and tend to it directly. No one except you, Pile 4. Okay, so they feel lost. They feel kind of like, man, they're trapped. They're trapped by their own issues. Okay, and they kind of locked themselves out and away from you. And they're troubled because they feel a sense of loss over you. Okay, I regret my behavior. So they may have mistreated you. They may have caused you stress. They may have caused you stress by being cold and aloof towards you, maybe cutting you off or something like this. And they did it to protect you. They did it to keep you at peace and at rest. Maybe they kind of exiled you and said, I'm not gonna deal with her anymore. But they watch you from afar. They wait for you still. It's almost like if they broke up with you, or if they distanced themselves or went cold, or they never contacted you, they're still waiting. It's just like, I'm waiting around energy to see if they'll notice me. I'm waiting around to see if they'll contact me. I'm waiting around to see when they'll be back again. So they're waiting, but they are not, remember I told you, they're not emotionally developed enough to be like, I need to go out and get what I want. I need to go out and get what I need in Pile 4. They're not going to do it. They regret the way they treated you. Maybe they cut you off in favor of focusing on their business, or they cut you off because they were prideful and they're like, whatever, I'm a big deal. I don't have to deal with you, Pile 4. But in their heart of hearts, they were touched by you. They're crushing on you. They viewed you as the best. They view you as the best, Pile 4, compared to any other woman they ever dealt with, or any other person. They feel like you are the best, Pile 4. We have conflict. Yeah, there was a conflict between you and this person. Remember I said there was a conflict between they're all about the head and you're all about the heart. They know that you had a point. They know that you were right, that you exist for a purpose. You're not foo-foo, Pile 4. You may have tried to come across like, what, I'm hard, I'm tough, I can handle this world. Can you? You who sit there crying and caring about every little thing. The truth is, they understand that you serve a purpose. They understand what people like you are for now, Pile 4. That you're there to help with people's pain. Okay? And their pain is real. And they're sitting there trying to be tough and toughing it up, but inside they're hurting, and they understand that they need you for that. They need you to help. And I feel like also they're hurting because they're cut off from you now. They're too prideful to go to you and say, I'm sorry. Can we be friends again? Or I want to talk to her, Pile 4. I've never talked to her. I've never been able to work up the courage because I don't want to be vulnerable emotionally to Pile 4, but I want her to be in my life, or I want Pile 4 to be in my life, and I want to talk to Pile 4. I want to make myself known. They can't do it. They're regretting this. They may be internally conflicted over you, Pile 4. They may be in a conflict with you, or they are internally conflicted over you. As we speak, we have California. So you may have met this person in California, or you may know them from California. They may have seen you in California, San Francisco. It could be that I feel like this person, Pile 4, they may want to build a bridge with you. I do think they desire building a bridge with you. They want to reconnect with you. I see a bridge connecting two land masses over water. So it's like, water under the bridge. Okay, so I feel like this person may want to build a bridge. They want to build a bridge, pile 4. They want to reconnect with you. I'm also getting, water under the bridge. So you may have known this person a long time ago for some of y'all, and water has since passed underneath that bridge, and maybe time has also passed, and they've moved on. They kept their distance. They keep their anonymity now. Maybe they even have someone else in their lives. That's a possibility. But they are still crushing on you. They never forgot you. Okay, they never stopped loving you. We have secret life. You see, they are keeping secrets. Look, we got the secrets, the anonymity there, anonymity here with the ball masks. We got this with the secret life. We got pride with someone with silhouette being hidden, their face is hidden. We got the sunglasses, everything's hidden. There is this thing that they're keeping it a secret from you, pile 4, that they have a crush on you. They won't tell you. I don't think they want to tell you. If they may be, like I said, look, we got crime and we got underworld and criminality. This person, for some of y'all, okay, may be doing some shady business, okay. They may be involved in like gambling. They may be espionage. They may be a government official. They may be an undercover agent, or something like this. There's something where they have to be hidden, pile 4, and this is what they do. They live a secret life. They live a secret life. They like to be underground. They like to be what's that word? They like to live under the radar. Or they like to live off grid. That's the words I was trying to think of. This person likes to live off grid for many reasons. Depending on your situation, this person might like to live off grid because it's a personal lifestyle choice of theirs. Maybe because of what they've done. Maybe they're evading the law. Or it could also be that they do this because they have a double life. Maybe they have a woman and they have another life where you met them in a different capacity when they were being this other double self, and they never forgot about you. Okay, interesting. This person's a bit shady. I'm not gonna lie, pile 4. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Let's see what else is coming through. We have Only Yesterday from Studio Ghibli. It's an animated movie. We have some people working in the field here. You may have met this person at work. It's possible that there was a job you did. And they worked alongside you. Okay. So yeah, it's possible that this person, again, I'm getting more anonymity here a little bit. I feel like this person is keeping their head down and they're working. They're working somewhere. They're kind of keeping their head down, right? They're staying busy. They'd rather stay busy than think about you. Or they think about you, but they rather stay busy than make themselves known and reaching out to you and all that. They're very abundant, this person, pile 4. They're very abundant, and they're focusing on minding their empire, or minding their business, or minding their work. They're very productive, and this is what grounds them. We have refusing to conform dismantles the world's fear-based system. Courageously be you. So yeah, this person is they're very unconventional, and they're anti-establishment. They're anti the way the world is set up. They're not about the way the world is set up right now. Okay, they're a rebel. Like, remember I said they live off grid. So I feel like this person may have tried to see if they could teach you how to be that way. Maybe they tried to see if they could pull you into that way of living or that way of thinking. Maybe they share this with you, or, I'm getting like a survivalist mindset. Like they're all about themselves. They're like, no, I'm not into this world's fear-based system. I'm into me and how I can survive and how I can thrive in nature. Even I feel like some of them may live in nature, right? Your person who's crushing on you may be someone who, part of the reason they flake on you, part of the reason they are like this, is because of their value system. It may not be personal. It could just be that they're about their principles first, but they watch you from afar. They watch you from afar. They in a way, they kind of hope for you. They kind of hope for you a little bit. They hope that you come out their way, or maybe, we have drifting, exactly. Naturally drifting apart, no outside influences. So I feel like this person that's crushing on you, they've let things sort of drift apart. They have stepped away from your situation, And like I said, there's a waiting energy. They're waiting to see if you move their direction, but they've drifted away. They don't want to be clingy. They don't want to show they need you. Remember, we talked about this. They're not about that emotionality. They're not about this emotionality, okay? They're not. We got door. Yeah, I feel like this door, they may have left or shut the door, or, you know, I just get this idea. A few messages are coming through that they could always open that door, or they could come knock on your door, but maybe they're not going to do it, or they're thinking about it, something like this. I'm also getting that maybe they shut that door, Pile 4. May have thought, man, I'm crushing on Pile 4. They're so amazing. Their energy is kind, loving, sweet. I'm attracted, but I gotta shut that door and move on with my life and stay true to my principles, stay true to my business, stay true to my ego, my pride, you know, whatever it is, okay? We got adventures. Exactly. They're about their adventure. We got that. Where did we see that? Yeah. So anyways, but we see like sort of like an all natural landscape. I get the feeling that this person's all about living their adventurous life, right? They want to be wild and free. And, you know, they're not going to let anything hold them down from that. Okay. They don't want to be tethered down, not by you, and not by not by the system. Okay, not by the system, not by the government, not by anything, not by anyone. Okay, we have slime. Spirit guys are saying this person is a bit of a slime ball. Sorry, Pile 4, but I feel like this person, you know, they're a bit slimy because they could do better. I feel like the choices they made, Pile 4, I feel like this person, they may have done things that make them bad. They may be a bad person. You know, they may have done bad things. They may feel about themselves, Pile 4, that they deserve hate. They may feel about themselves, Pile 4, that they deserve hate and contempt, or they may think they may hate themselves, Pile 4. They may hate themselves for shutting that door and for favoring adventure. Maybe a part of them that doesn't like it. I feel like they may find themselves to be despicable. I feel like there might be a little bit of self-hatred going on with this person. This person who's crushing on you. It's kind of a sad story. I mean, they're happy that they get to live life according to their ideals and, you know, true themselves. Remember I said that there's a lack of balance to their character? There's something missing, and they saw what was missing in you. That's why they have a crush on you, Pile 4. Okay? Is because they realize, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be nice to have that warmth, to have the woman's touch and, you know, be empathetic and care about stuff, you know, like, and care about feelings and care about people and have a relationship. Wouldn't that be nice? But they shut that door. They're focusing on the adventures in life. I don't think they entirely like themselves all the time. But they don't have a choice because, you see, they have like a low emotional IQ. So they don't know how to deal in those worlds of feelings, so they'd rather just shut the door on it. That's easier for them to deal with. They feel, and that's that. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you, Pile 4, as to who is crushing on you. If you enjoy this reading, give it a thumbs up. If this reading resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. I would love to chat with you. Take good care of yourself, okay? Bye.